Vandy ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് കുറെ ഷോസിൽ തുണിയില്ല. ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ എല്ലാരും ചീത്ത കുട്ടിയാവും കുറച്ചു നാള്.
ബൈക്കിൽ ഒളിച്ചു പോകും.
ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ടേഷൻ.
She gave me junk food.
പണ്ടൊക്കെ എനിക്ക് പുച്ഛായിരുന്നു. ട്രാവൽ അലവൻസ് എടുത്തോളൂ.
I am actually a morning person.
ആ സമയത്തൊക്കെ ഡേറ്റിംഗ് ഒക്കെ പറയുമ്പോ യു റിമെമ്പർ ദിസ്.
Oh yeah, I'm in girl, yeah.
ഒരാളുടെ കൂടെ ബൈക്കിൽ പോയാത്തറി.
Mama, have you forgotten to care for me?
എങ്ങനെ ഈ കൊച്ചു മാനേജ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്?
ഇവിടത്തെ ഗ്രീൻ ഒക്കെ ഒരുമാതിരി പൊടി പിടിച്ച ഗ്രീൻ. ഈ ഗ്രീൻ അല്ല,
ഇതെല്ലാം കട്ടോണ്ട് വന്നാണോ?
shake it off. You are Penny Jones.
Genie Talks. Hello everyone, welcome back to Genie Talks. Yes, I'm back with a couple of people I absolutely love. Like I've always said, this show is about me bringing on my friends and everybody that I have crossed my paths through my life. And some people that I really love and enjoy how they are navigating through life. Definitely people that are coming today, that are on my show today, are two girls who I studied with in college or in the seniors are. Seniors are. But true blue fashion icons. One of them is the founder of House of Vandy, Kochila Hotspot, who also happens to be one of my primary sponsors for a lot of shows I do. Vandy illengil enike kore shows il thuniyilla. And another one, I think from day one, for all people who studied in St. Teresa's, she, I think, broke a lot of barriers by just being herself, doing things we never knew in the name of fashion, and is now the founder of Penultimate Fashion. Penny George, Penny
George. I haven't changed
Penny George.
My identity remains the same.
Vandana, Vinod.
Vandana.
Vinod.
Just Vandy.
Ipa Vandy. Vandanekka പോയി.
Vinodum
husbandum Vinodum ഒക്കെ പോയി.
But Pandata alkar still call me Vandana, like you call me Vandana. Everybody calls me Vandana. So I know who is my Pandata friend and Impata.
Yeah, I'm definitely on Vandana because I feel
Vandana,
like Vandy for me is like the shop.
Yeah.
You know, and you're more than the shop
Vandana.
for me.
Yes. So I like both.
Okay,
Vandana
but what
and
makes this really interesting is that these guys are besties.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Like soul
And
sisters.
Soul sisters na matrala, one just became a year older.
Yeah.
Like yesterday or day before.
വയസ്സ് പറയണ്ട.
ഇല്ല വയസ്സ് എന്റെ സീനിയറാ.
ഒരു 16 കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ മറന്നുപോയി.
It also happens to be your
Birthday.
കഴിഞ്ഞു. 1-2 days.
Birthday കഴിഞ്ഞു.
12th. Yeah, we're
2
shooting
days
this
ago.
on the 14th.
Yeah.
And it's your wedding anniversary today.
Yes.
Korre celebrations aanallo.
Double, triple celebrations.
Yeah.
So much going on.
There's so many birthdays this month.
Is it?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
month is this?
July.
I don't even know what's happening. So welcome
It's
back.
that time of the day you're allowed to switch off.
I'm allowed, yeah, because I've had a long day.
Yeah.
Welcome back home,
Thank
babe.
you.
How long has it been?
Oh, it's been 4 years almost since I've come back.
What are
to
you saying?
Cochin. Yeah.
And
because I moved to Melbourne.
Yeah, I
and
know.
I felt so isolated there and I was missing Amchi Cochin.
Amchi Kochi, but you
Yes,
kind of
I've
had to reroute through Abu Dhabi.
No, well, so 3 months ago, I moved back to Abu Dhabi. My husband found a job back. Thank you, Jesus. And therefore,
Thank you, Jesus. നമുക്ക് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ പോകാൻ വേണ്ടി സ്വപ്നം കാണുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ ഇത് കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ what are we supposed to feel, girl?
ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ
there's no place like home, man.
I have
There's no
not
place.
met one person who has said I'm not liking this idea of, you know, Australia, but I have.
Yeah, no. So imagine the kind of people, you know, we left behind. I
Yes.
think a place is defined by the people, you know, who live there, and that's it. So
Exactly.
I think my heart was always here, and I didn't mind the Middle East because I was really connected to
Yeah.
the place and rest of the world. But Melbourne was a whole different chapter of my life,
I
which
can
we
imagine.
shall not discuss.
How long were you there?
8 years almost.
8 years.
Yeah, 7 and almost 9 months.
And yeah, no wonder it took you so long to come home.
No, I did come in between, but yeah, the separation was a bit too long.
It's
It was
harsh,
intense.
right.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about this friendship. When did you guys meet? I know I met you in college.
Yes.
And I'm outside college.
We also, yes, around the time you won Miss Kerala.
So yeah, because you were also active in the whole
Correct. I was comparing, dancing,
modeling,
this, that,
dancing.
Yeah.
I think college when
And
I
we
was,
hit, you know, the vibes, the
Yeah,
sparks.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I was in third year and you were in the
Second
second year.
year.
And we did a fashion show.
We
or
met
something.
in college, but then we were not besties
Best
then because she was in the
friends, yeah.
science and I was arts.
Yeah.
But we got together when we were doing fashion shows.
Yeah. I
And
just said
the
it.
connection
Absolutely.
continues today.
No, but then where we connected more is when she went to do her NIFT in Bangalore.
Yeah.
After I finished college, I
That's a
went
very
for a
funny
short
story.
stint to Bangalore.
Oh.
So I went to do a bit of internship there as
Right.
part of my master's.
Yeah.
And that's when it was a really funny
Current is
connection.
back.
Yay.
Sorry, ഇന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കറണ്ട് കട്ട് കാരണം തലവേദനയായിരുന്നു. Now AC is back, current is back.
Oh, now we're
We
more
are.
cooler.
I'm
We're
so
back.
happy.
Now we're a bit cooler.
Now I'm like, I was so pissed from the like തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോ തൊട്ട്. Like we have had power cuts the last few days, okay? And today morning I was doing another episode for Rooted. അവിടെ current ഇല്ല. Okay, in my house, Amma's house, there's power, okay? So I'm like, ayyo, എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു current പോയപ്പോൾ we got a generator. By the time KSCB came and fixed it. So now I have a generator, I have petrol, and I have no power cut.
Oh, dear.
I think God gave me this
just
to
so you can
use it.
utilize
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because once you become a businesswoman who has to buy petrol to run a generator, you will
Absolutely.
spend the petrol that you put in the generator.
Otherwise, it's a waste of
Otherwise,
money.
it's a waste of money.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so I'm learning all these things.
All right,
പണ്ടൊക്കെ
nice.
എനിക്ക് പുച്ഛായിരുന്നു ട്രാവൽ അലവൻസ് എടുത്തോളൂ 6 മാസം കഴിഞ്ഞ ട്രാവൽ അലവൻസ് കട്ട് നോ ട്രാവൽ അലവൻസ് പഠിക്കും നമ്മൾ പതുക്കെ
Yeah,
anyway
correct.
entrepreneur.
Okay,
Now we're talking of Vandy, where we connected.
Yeah, where we
more.
connected.
So we met in Bangalore. It was funny because our
So
current
which year was
husbands.
this? നമ്മൾക്ക് ഇവരുടെ വയസ്സ്
Listen to this,
കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം.
Ranj. Our
This is a
current
funny story,
husbands
actually, yeah.
were friends.
They were best friends
and
from
we didn't
QSAT.
and we didn't
Binoy
know.
and Vinod.
Correct.
So Binoy was junior to Vinod in QSAT.
But they were both outstanding collegeites.
I met them a lot in college.
Yeah.
My college days.
Yeah.
Yes, but little did we know that I was dating Binoy and
Because we
Vinod.
didn't connect much after college. അന്ന് മറ്റേ WhatsApp ഒന്നും ഇല്ലല്ലോ. So we don't know what.
So
but
after
I
she
know what
left,
she's
we were not in contact. Like
So
we just
one day
knew
Vinod
each other.
comes and tells me, you know, baby, there's one best friend of mine, Binoy. So I'm like, I've heard that name. Okay, his girlfriend is coming. Can you just probably accommodate her?
എവിടെയെങ്കിലും.
എവിടെയെങ്കിലും Bangalore in your room. I said, okay, no problem. That's fine. That's okay. She also studied in St. Teresa's. Maybe I might know. Sherry, I'm waiting in my house.
And that evening, Vinod told Binoy, okay, bring her over and I'll introduce her to my girlfriend.
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ആള് വലിയ കാര്യമായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ this is my girlfriend, the Binoy is introducing me. അപ്പൊ തന്നെ what?
You just knew each other because you remember.
Yeah, and the boys were like stunned. What's going on? We were like, Van,
How did you know?
What are you saying?
And I think that was the start of this
that was
connection.
And then you became roommates.
Yes, we
Then
became
we were roommates
roommates,
for some
and
time.
then there was no looking back. For a period, almost
But the
1 year, then I
fashionista
left.
She is good that she was
Dude,
my roommate.
We have to
അപ്പൊ
say
I
this.
had
She rubbed off on you.
അയ്യോ
Allala, I think my passion was fulfilled through her because I so badly wanted to do NIFT, but my mom didn't let me do NIFT.
പ്രോജക്ട്സ് മാത്രമല്ല ഇവളുടെയും പ്രോജക്ട്സും ഞാൻ ചെയ്തു.
Dude, I have to tell you this about Penny. So, when you look back at each of our lives, നമ്മുടെ life, we all turn back and look around to the last 20, 25. There's always a couple of people that have pushed the boundaries,
Yes,
done
yeah,
the
yeah,
extra,
yeah.
done things that are who they are and left a mark, right? And I thought, Penny, you were one of those when it comes to fashion that I thought was interesting. Not necessarily something that works for me,
Correct.
but dude, you did a
yeah.
freaking fantastic job.
lovely.
ഭയങ്കര രസാ. What you do, you carry off with LR, you own it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 25 years back.
Yeah,
We are not talking about
Wow,
2026.
yeah.
I'm talking about
Before the
Centuries.
days of social media
Yeah, there
and
was no social
influencers.
media. She was always
Correct,
doing her own thing.
yeah.
We're all doing our own different
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
being
yeah,
rebels
yeah,
in our own ways.
Absolutely.
And you come from a very കുറച്ച് എന്താ പറയാ the kind of family you come from കുറച്ച് conservative ആയ ഫാമിലിയിലാണ്. അല്ലേ?
Not so much. I think my parents are not because we've always lived abroad. My mom grew up abroad.
So that's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from. So I was always a very liberal family.
Oh, okay.
Like I come from a
yeah.
rooted, maybe
അത് പക്ഷേ
technically conservative, but my dad, mom, not really. No.
Okay. And so why did you want to go to NIFT? What did you do in St. Teresa's?
So St. Teresa's I did home science.
You?
Home science and fashion.
So home science because after 12th I want to do something creative.
Alla, she thought she'll become good marriage
Atte.
material.
No,
Alla, good
that was the
wife.
last thing in my mind.
Okay.
It's still the last thing on our mind.
It's still the last thing.
Correct, yes. You have to remind her you're
so
married.
then after 12th, I think I did my science and all that, and I wanted to do architecture.
Right.
So I went to Delhi,
Okay.
gave my architectural exams and everything. അത് കിട്ടി. പക്ഷേ
കിട്ടി?
അപ്പൻ
ഇല്ല.
വിചാരിച്ചു കിട്ടില്ല.
Appan was not prepared.
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു അയ്യോ കിട്ടില്ല കിട്ടിയോ അന്ന് തിരിച്ചു വരും മോളെ ഇന്ന് സെൻട്രൽ സെസി പഠിച്ചത് അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വേണേ അവിടെ പോവാം.
But he shattered a dream.
17, 18 and all that.
You were okay.
So then I said okay.
You didn't make a
Appin
big
St.
deal?
Teresa's- I didn't
No,
make a
she
big
was
deal.
a good girl. She
I
was.
was always not a bad girl. I was like the good girl.
You're
who
still
listens.
that only.
നമ്മളൊന്നും meet ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല അപ്പൊ. The before we came.
No. But that's the thing. I mean, I was like, okay.
നിങ്ങൾ ഏത് വർഷമായിരുന്നു ബാംഗ്ലൂർ? Sorry, I just want to know. After this, you went there.
2000
Do you know I was in Bangalore that time?
Were you?
No. Till when? Till what year?
2003 I was
Yeah.
there.
You?
2002.
You passed out in Central
2003 I joined. I came to Bangalore.
So
but
I missed you
just
there
missed
I
also.
just started working in 2003. 2004, I got married in 2004.
Oh, okay. Shit, missed you by like.
Yeah.
By an inch.
എന്നിട്ട് ഡൽഹിയിൽ പോയി തിരിച്ചു വന്നു.
തിരിച്ചപ്പോ അപ്പ പറഞ്ഞു തിരിച്ചു വന്നു. സെൻട്രസസിൽ നമുക്കൊന്ന് നോക്കാം. എന്നിട്ട് that is already open. Synthesis kittuvaണെങ്കിൽ then I was standing in the queue for I don't know what course to take in synthesis just to make him happy. And I was,
Same
and
queue
I was
I
like,
stood on.
physics and this chemistry, and I'm like, no way, I'm not taking all this. Nothing is creative enough. I want to do something creative.
You took home science for creativity.
For creativity.
Very
because
interesting.
എന്താന്നറിയോ അതിനകത്ത് stitching ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അതിനകത്ത് drawing, all that was there. You know, all that. So I didn't take. So
Look
my
at both of us wondering what the hell. എനിക്കത് അറിയത്തില്ല.
Science ആയിരിക്കുമല്ലോ.
So everybody thought it's a boring thing, but for me,
I still do.
enjoyed it because there was stitching, there was drawing, there was
And
so
was it
many
nice?
things. I enjoyed it. I was a
Outstanding student.
Yeah, കുറച്ച് outstanding. I'm നല്ല outstanding.
I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever asked you what course, what the subjects were.
What else is there in
So
home
there was
science?
child
Cooking, baking, or
psychology.
ഞാൻ
kind
ഓർത്ത്
Cooking
cooking.
was there.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
Nutrition was there. So, I enjoy nutrition. Even now, I take
Yeah, you
something
do.
just
You
always
do.
diet.
Child
Yeah.
psychology.
Child psychology. So I had to go to
Wow.
the child psychology that Central Sesame Nursery അവിടെ പോയി പഠിപ്പിക്കണം.
So it is
In
pretty
fact, it is
interesting.
slightly more creative. You have to create certain things to make them happy. And of
Right.
course, the embroideries and all the fabrics.
So
and I
you
used
do
to
all
go.
that.
Yeah.
I loved it. Even now I do. But
എന്നിട്ട് so automatically
something which I didn't want
was-
other better than physics and chemistry. This was
Right.
the next best thing. So
Fair enough.
after that, then in that I could do fashion. I could do So home science has you go into cottage stay. There's a 1 week.
You know, I
cottage
think
stay
the
inside that.
name
So
of
you
the course
have
should
to-
be changed.
Yeah, this is not
Home
correct.
Science doesn't give
I
away
think
these
now
things.
it is changed to something else. I don't remember now, but even
Okay.
now in Central
Life
it's home
hacks.
science.
Yeah, or
I
even
don't know.
home management, or
management.
something.
Most of
But
my classmates came to home science only to get married. And I was different.
Because തെറ്റിദ്ധരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന title.
So I was different. So I would not enter class. I would enter class, and then there was some fashion show. Up, I'll ask my. Can I just go? They would let me go because I'm anyway getting award and coming back. It's good for home science. Up and I used to go. So this lot of teachers, Susan, Miss and Teresa, Miss Saka.
Yeah.
And I got that Sister Emilian Award for the outstanding student.
നല്ല കുട്ടിയാ. How did you become friends with her?
as I said, we connected in
After.
Bangalore.
So,
You
okay,
know,
we're not-
ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ ഞാൻ ചീത്ത കുട്ടിയായി.
ചീത്തക്കുട്ടിയാ.
vibe മാറി.
Vibe മാറി. ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ എല്ലാരും ചീത്തക്കുട്ടിയാവും കുറച്ച് നാള്.
Freedom.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we had the best times.
Let's talk about your Bangalore
we
days.
did.
I want to hear.
Bangalore days.
It's true, അല്ലേ?
കുറെ പറയാതിരിക്കുന്നു.
അല്ല, you went to Bangalore after college.
Yeah.
You went to
After
Bangalore after
college.
college. I went to Bangalore after
There you
college. There are
go.
3 people who
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
Bangalore.
yeah.
Why did you go there?
I went for my internship as part of my mass comm masters.
Okay, and why did you
So
like
I went
Bangalore?
to a PR agency that was at that time run by what is it, Narayana Murthy's wife's name?
Oh my gosh, yeah, Mrs. Murthy. There you go.
Mrs. Murthy.
അതെ, ഇപ്പൊ പേര്
She used
വരുന്നില്ല.
to run a PR agency, so I had written to them to see if I could do PR internship with them, which was in Koramangala. So
This is from your course. You have to go do
Correct.
a couple of months.
Yes, 6 months intern, and then I continued on. But that's how I landed up. We lived in Koramangala. We lived
Together,
next to Metropole.
You know the name of the building?
Madhuban.
Madhuban
How could you
Apartments.
forget?
Indira Nagar.
No,
I was
you
in
were
Indira
in the-
Nagar.
We
We were in
Koramangala.
Madhuban apartments.
Oh my
and-
gosh.
Yeah.
So I remember ഞാൻ ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്ത സമയത്ത് I left home and there was എന്നിട്ട് ബാംഗ്ലൂരിലെത്തി and I had to choose literally nothing. I landed there by accident. I had to choose between Indira. I didn't know where to go. So I took a paper and I saw ads, and there was Indira Nagar and Koramangala. Both of them looked interesting. So I drove to Koramangala. My friend was with me. Looked around the place, and then I was like, "Let's go to Indira Nagar." Looked around the place, and I liked Indira Nagar better.
Yeah,
definitely.
So then I chose Indira
Yeah,
Nagar,
yeah.
and that day itself I went to a paying guest.
Oh, nice.
my
We
gosh.
were also PGs.
Yeah,
staying there.
you were also
Yeah.
PGs. How much did you pay അന്ന്?
അയ്യോ
remember?
അതൊന്നും എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയില്ല
remember
ഞാൻ
now.
കാശ് കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലെന്ന് തോന്നണ് I think I was living off I don't remember so clearly
I paid
I
2,000.
haven't paid
2000.
2000 or something.
I
don't
Something
remember.
like that.
because our group ആയിട്ട് താമസിക്കുമ്പം like if you have common beds it's
Yeah.
lesser.
Yeah.
If you want private it's more.
Yeah,
21 years ward common എല്ലാം common.
Yeah,
You want to
correct.
be in a common group.
Correct,
You can
correct.
be with other
Yeah,
correct.
I had some like
Yeah.
Assamese friends that were roomies.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
were,
nice.
Assamese are cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. And Vandy had a Vandy
Oh,
at that time.
transportation.
Vandy. Vandy had a Vandy.
Vandy had a
You
Vandy,
lucked
yeah.
out.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
used
no,
to go.
everywhere. I was a changadi. Every penny, I have to buy fabric. Come on. Come on in
So
that.
that's the best thing. So when I want to do all this,
You'll
she's also there with me.
Yeah,
No?
I'm always there.
So
like
you learnt
a
the course with her. But
He was more
Absolutely.
interested in fashion
I was
than
more
me.
interested. Yes,
I'm
I
sure.
genuinely
I
was.
think I
I
was
was
more
more keen. I'm
interested
like, show me
general
what you're
design.
doing. Show me this. Show me that.
പിന്നെ
Yeah.
അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് അത് പറയും "ഇത് നമുക്ക് ഇത് തയ്ച്ചു തുടങ്ങിയാലോ അപ്പൊ എന്റെ ലിഫ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ വിട്ടിട്ട് ഇവളുടെ
Yeah. I want to do my own
I am
stuff.
studying in
You were her work experience.
Yeah, literally. Yes.
internship എന്റെ അടുത്ത്
താനാണ് അവിടെ ഇന്റേൺ ചെയ്തത് മറ്റേ early days എന്നൊക്കെ
But you
പറയില്ലേ
know, Ranj, those days, you know, Bangalore, the
Yes.
clubbing scene, how
people dude those days
Those days are
there was no curfew.
yeah tell us about your Bangalore fun
Bang-
days
yeah,
what
no,
did
no.
you guys do anna
We partied a lot. So daytime was, of course, very serious work and her work, and then but
those
nightlife.
days you can not sleep and go to
Oh, those days,
college
right?
and then not sleep
പ്രായമില്ലല്ലോ
Well, you know, the energy, the
പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
energy is something else, right?
how
It's
I did
insane.
it.
We didn't have to sleep. So during the day we'd work hard.
Yeah.
Night we'd party harder.
do you remember some of the clubs or places you went
Urban Edge. Annatha
Open Edge
the club.
Purple Edge.
The club,
The club,
the club,
Purple
Purple
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
And then the
triple XO XO
and then later
it's other X
No, that I don't
other-
remember.
was it X okay came to my
No,
time
and then later the other
No,
one.
by the time I left Bangalore in
Picos.
2004.
Picos was there.
Picos.
Oh, awesome.
Koshis.
Yeah.
Koshis for
And
food.
Namada Koshis.
Empire.
Empire.
Empire,
Of course.
What is it? Ghee
Empire.
rice and
Kushka butter chicken
Oh,
and grilled chicken
entakiyada.
and
Yeah, no, it was fun.
brain. I like
But then
Brigades.
those days there was no curfew. So we'd literally go around 12, 1 a.m. Come
No,
back
curfew
at
was not
5.
there because we
Go
were in
have
a
breakfast
PG.
at Empire.
Yes.
Come home.
Change and then go to college.
yeah
Yeah,
And
that's
do
college
my-
in
For you.
India.
For
Sleep.
me, college.
Yeah,
The
I
days
had
of
night
work.
shifts. So I used to work in a call center. So
Oh,
night
you had
shifts.
night shifts.
Yeah, but then when we got off, so it'd be even better, right?
Right,
Because then we
yes,
continuous
yes, yes,
boys,
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
No, it was fun. It was.
But night shift that ended by 1 o'clock. So അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പോകും.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what. The
Yeah.
crowd would only come post 1 o'clock
Yeah.
those days,
Then
right?
Bangalore crowd is much better. And I
Are we
think,
dissing Bangalore crowd today?
no, let's not do that right now.
Let's diss Bangalore traffic today.
Yeah. My daughter's studying in Bangalore right now, but she has
they
no
missed
idea
out.
how good the Bangalore was. And when I tell her, she says, really?
Yeah, I returned to Bangalore a few years ago because my sister-in-law
Right.
is from Bangalore, and yeah, it's changed. I think the crowd has changed.
Yeah, the traffic has changed and also the people. Earlier, Bangalore was a very I'm sorry to say, it's a very
yes.
South Indian.
I didn't want to make the
No,
statement
I'm not
because
saying
I thought
it's good or bad,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
saying now it's pan-Indian.
Correct.
So now there's a mix of cultures and it's influenced the music scene very badly.
And what I found funny was earlier, if you know, conversations were always in English.
Yeah.
Whereas now I notice that as I'm hearing,
There's a lot
of
more
Hindi
regional
and-
languages.
And you know, South Indians are not like the most adept with Hindi. At least not me. Pinne better.
ഹിന്ദിയിലല്ല.
हम
അവിടെ
हिंदी
you
में
have
भी
to
बात करेंगे क्योंकि मेरे को हिंदी बहुत
कन्नड़
पसंद
സംസാരിക്കണം.
है.
Now mine no has to study Kannada.
Oh,
because
really?
Otherwise, auto
Kannada
drivers
and all you
might
would
not.
never hear.
Bakery, നമുക്ക് bakery പോണം, മലയാളി ചേട്ടൻ.
Except for the auto
Auto
driver.
ചേട്ടൻ.
ചേട്ടാ, right hogi, left hogi, right hogi.
കൊടി ആക്കി ഹോഗി ഈ മൂന്ന് വാക്കും വെച്ച് ഞാൻ
Correct,
ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ
correct. And enjoy Madi. Thank you
അതെ.
very much.
Super
That's it.
life.
Yeah, you
But
can get
now
on.
you have to know more
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
Kannada.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಕನ್ನಡ
Kannada gottilla.
But now
and
you
that's
can't.
fine.
You
No.
can't.
Yeah.
And traffic's gone to shit. But
Yeah.
so finished. Bangalore ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞു.
Well, I also think the difference is because Cochin has come up so much, and
Oh,
Cochin has come up with so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
cafes
yeah,
and
yeah.
nightclubs and whatever. So there is a vibe here.
Oh my
So
gosh,
you don't
yes.
There's a good
feel
vibe
like, you
here.
know, the
Yeah,
need
yeah.
that
We
I
love
need
it.
to go to Bangalore.
Yeah.
So I love it here now because I know the formative years of my marriage. I still wanted to go to Bangalore. But then I realized, Cochin meets all my desires.
Yeah,
If there is a vibe here now.
And babe.
ഇപ്പൊ ബാംഗ്ലൂർ പോയിട്ട് അത്ര ഒരു vibe ഒന്നുമില്ല.
എടാ
Yeah.
വാൻഡി 4 വർഷമായില്ലേ കൊച്ചി വന്നിട്ട്
Yeah.
കൊച്ചി വഴി കൊച്ചി
Dude,
അല്ല.
I can't
Kochi
wait.
alla.
I want to go to
Satyam.
Francis.
Dude, it's
I want to go to
insane.
Velocity.
And
I want to go to
cause.
Yeah, hottest. all
each
these
first,
I
each
just
first.
heard, and I'm like, oh my god, take me there.
She's
Like,
telling
Dude,
me there
there's
is-
like
there
zero,
is-
Zorro, എന്താണ് അത്?
Zorro
കാക്കനാടിൽ ഒരു
എന്തോ
Zorro
ഉണ്ട്.
ഉണ്ട്.
കാക്കനാടിൽ എന്തോ ഉണ്ട്.
Zorilla. There's
Zero.
a happening
She's telling
place.
me, okay,
What
there's
is
a
it
happening
called?
place. Where is it, Penny? ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ,
എവിടെയാ? What's it
Peta
called?
Junction. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
Peta
I know that
Man,
place.
Come on,
What's it called?
Rocks and Brews.
I know Rocks and Brews.
Rocks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So obviously, Peta is my town, right? You know.
Your turn, take it.
And I'm from college days.
She's a Peta girl.
My bus is so I get down and Mama's is like my.
You already been to Rocks and Brews.
I just went in day before when I got off the metro. I
Yes,
was so keen to see this place.
Lucid?
I haven't been to Rocks and
I was
Brews.
really
We haven't been to
impressed.
Rocks and Brews.
I will take
I
you
haven't
there.
been to.
Go for
My
it.
place, yo.
Peta's too far for us.
Port
Yeah. When she told me there's a fantastic place. ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു എവിടെയാണ്
Now you
Peta. I'm like, what? Peta പറ്റില്ല.
അല്ല പേട്ട പറ്റും പക്ഷേ Rocks and Brews is great when they bring
It
some
is.
കുറച്ച് artists ഒക്കെ but dude there's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much
I know.
more.
But
Yeah,
I'm proud that Peta
Yeah, you
has.
should
I mean,
be
if
proud.
Peta has come up with that, that's how progressive it's
Lucid
become.
എവിടെയാ? Where's Lucid? Great. It's also I love Cochin, guys. I'm sorry, I'm such a Kochi girl.
Kochi
Yeah.
girl now.
പണ്ട് നമ്മള് കോളേജ് പോലും അല്ല 2012 വരെ 2007 to 2012 വരെ Kochi had the best party scenes, okay?
Yeah.
Because we were all here, we had a
Yeah.
freaking cool scene. All
Yeah,
clubs were
yeah,
open till
yeah.
whatever time, no problem. Pinna there was a big drug issue that happened, so everything got shut down.
Right.
അന്ന് shut down ആയത് പിന്നെ reopen ചെയ്യുന്ന ഇപ്പളാ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
2012.
Ranjini, you know, when I was in college,
Yeah.
you know what was the scene? Day parties.
Yeah.
And that doesn't exist
ISIS.
now. Oh, ISIS. Oh my word. Talk to like
Oh,
Shweta
God.
and like
Yeah.
we were the ISIS girls.
I know.
Oh, it was so fun.
I know.
അല്ല, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ്
ISIS
പിന്നെ വേറൊന്നും
because എനിക്ക് പ്രായം ആയി വരുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ.
yeah,
Because you guys enjoyed the couple of years of
Oh,
ISIS,
it was
Vishnu
all-
playing,
yes,
right?
Suraj, Vishnu,
Yeah,
Shakespeare,
Archana.
Shakespeare, pinna nammade
Yeah,
Shweta,
yeah, yeah,
Vijay.
that
Oh, it
whole
was
gang,
so
right?
fun.
So അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ ISISന്റെ ending സമയമാണ്. I'm underage
Ah,
also
yeah,
at that time.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
അതുണ്ട്.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
എന്നെ കേട്ടിട്ടില്ല. There was something
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No,
There
they
was
had age
something.
limit.
So I
Yeah,
only
yeah.
got there towards the end of it, and by the time ISIS
ISIS
and all,
poi.
പിന്നെ they
or
had like a
something.
cool place that opened
They
up.
did.
I
I can't
remember.
remember. Yes.
No, by the time I left to
downtown.
Bangalore.
Downtown. Yes,
Downtown.
that's it.
ഒരു cool place.
അതുണ്ടായിരുന്നു
Oh,
നീ
okay.
അപ്പോഴേക്കും
പോയി.
പോയി
ഞാൻ
നീ
പോയി.
അത്
ഇവിടെ
കഴിഞ്ഞ് there was another place
Yes,
that
yes.
opened on MG Road, where all
Okay.
the boys went. I can't remember the
I
name.
don't know.
So
I think
it-
I
that
exited
was
by
that
then.
period.
Okay.
ആ ഒരു period. നമ്മൾ
Right,
ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ പോയി തിരിച്ച്
right,
വന്ന്
right, right.
ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ
മോളില്.
ആ മോളില്.
Yeah, there was some bowling alley.
Okay,
അതിന്റെ
okay,
കൂടെ.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
ഇതൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞ് 2007 മെറിഡിയനിൽ they started
Tandem.
Tandem.
I was there.
She
Tandem.
was
Yeah.
the one who got
Yeah, I saw. So not 2000. It was earlier, but I don't know if it went
It
through
was
again.
there earlier.
Correct.
I'm just saying ഞാൻ
Oh,
തിരിച്ച്
നീ
I was not
എത്തിയപ്പോ.
here. I had gone off to the
correct,
UK.
correct.
ഞാൻ UK ലായിരുന്നു
Which
2004-5.
Oh, 4-5
Yeah,
when
yeah. So then when you came back-
2003-4 I was in Bangalore. 4-5 I was there. 5 out I came back.
Oh, got
so
it.
5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah,
10
yeah.
തൊട്ട് till 12.
Yeah, got it.
ആ സമയത്ത് കൊച്ചിൻ had a
You were
party
in UK.
scene.
I was in UK
Right.
2007.
അല്ല അത്
ആ,
കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
അത്
Yeah.
So ഈ ഒരു
Okay.
പാർട്ടി സീൻ ഇല്ലേ ഈ
Right.
പാർട്ടി സീൻ ആണ് കൊച്ചിയിലെ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങൾ അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും
yeah.
Right, you got to know each other.
And then I'm telling you, Penny, after that,
It's
the
only
last
now?
few years
Is it?
has been incredible. The
Wow.
revival,
it's
no?
very good.
Wow.
People are starting
That's because
clubs.
we came back from Bombay.
I can't wait to come back here now more
I'm
often.
telling
I'll
you,
be here more often.
incredible.
No, from Bombay, I
Awesome.
come back here and I'm meeting all of you and
Yeah.
everybody, and then
Yeah.
I'm partying a lot.
Yeah.
So my Bombay friends are saying, Vandy, you're partying more
Ranjini,
in Kochi
I was
than
going
in
through
Bombay."
depression being in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Because I see
this-
these reels, I see all my Insta
Even
stories.
at the story, it was
I'm like,
full actually.
Coachella. And I'm thinking in Melbourne, bloody hell, I'm living the worst
And the
life.
Ponnu
Oh
Penny,
my God,
Vandy is
nobody.
something else. I don't know how she does it.
But still,
Like,
she
I
does
party.
it, right? Yeah,
I
but
party.
she's next level. I get it.
I don't know how she can do it continuously
know.
with different
But
types of
then,
people.
but then I was happy that
That's
Cochin
what
is
the story
happening,
is coming
right?
out continuously. One day party, then I come.
But she keeps her drinking in check. Her drinking is in check.
No, but in all
Yeah,
fairness,
mine
see,
is
that's
not.
Vandy, right?
Right.
Vandy is like that. She
Yeah.
is warm. She's
Social
like a magnet.
butterfly.
Social magnet. അപ്പൊ
ഇപ്പൊ അത് business
Magnet.
magnet
അതെ,
ആണ്.
അതെ.
Magnet. കുറച്ച് magnet ഇട്ട്
No,
കുറച്ച്
but that's why, Ranjini, after having lived this kind of
You're
a
not gonna get this
colorful
anywhere
life,
else.
I didn't get that in Melbourne.
Not in Melbourne.
Melbourne, especially
because
being
you're a very
a
colourful
wife
person.
and
Yeah,
being
she
a
is,
mom, life is different. And where do you have help? I have
We're just
never been
spoiled.
domesticated,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there I'm like,
Even
school bus illa.
ആ.
I'm like, I
was astonished.
have to
There's no
motivate
school.
myself. I'm not a morning person. She
Yeah,
knows
I'm
that.
not either.
Yeah.
I'm a night owl. And I'm like, Ravale 6 hour, my alarm's ringing. I have to self-motivate myself. Penny, you're a mother now. If you don't get up, your child won't wake up.
Yeah.
You have to take your child to school. ഇതൊക്കെ ഞാൻ
ഒരു പ്രേമത്തിൽപ്പെട്ട പെടൽ.
then I have to get up, and my God, it was not a life I envisioned.
Yeah.
But then you know, you
embraced
grow
it.
into it.
No, you
Yeah, I mean,
embraced
I
it.
was just like, I have no choice. I can either keep cribbing and be depressed, or I can switch.
Yeah.
So I
You
had
did.
to switch, and
Yeah.
But then
But 8
but there were
years-
love stories that led to these switches in all of your lives, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
both
yeah,
of
yeah.
yours also is a love
Love
story.
story.
Yours
Yes,
is also a
yes,
love story.
yes.
Your husbands are best friends. You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
best
yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
and you've carried that friendship for like 20 odd
I think
years.
we
even
more
while
best
we were dating,
Yeah?
you know, we
Yeah,
always
yeah.
did a lot of couple stuff. I mean,
Things together,
yeah,
yeah.
double dates.
Double-
because we
yeah?
were so,
Yeah.
because we were just such a good group, 4 of us.
Yeah.
We
And
were-
our samayathakke dating എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ you
Yeah,
remember
of
the
course.
stigma? I know, I
Yeah.
faced a lot of it.
Of course, of course. But,
but
that was a
that's-
thrill.
Yeah.
Now there's no more thrill in doing anything.
Yeah, now
right?
everything is okay. ആ
It's
സമയത്ത്
okay.
എന്റെ ഒരാളും കൂടെ ബൈക്കിൽ പോയാൽ തെറി.
അതെ അതെ അല്ല
അമ്മയൊക്കെ പിടിച്ച്
ഇപ്പല്ലേ ലക്ഷ്മി മാം എന്നോട് ചോദിച്ചു ഡിഡ് ഐ ക്യാച്ച് were you the one I caught ബൈക്കിൽ ഒളിച്ചു
ഏതോ
പോകും
ചെക്കൻ്റെ കൂടെ.
ഷോള് ബൈക്ക് കവർ ചെയ്ത്
എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
correct and now years later people come up to me and say we had seen you in Cochin University, you thought you were hiding but we saw you, you know. But that was part of the thrill,
Yeah,
right?
but that's what's called growing
Yeah,
up, no?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
No,
married
no.
your love. You married your love. I never
Absolutely.
found one.
അതെ.
I just went through a bevy of them and couldn't clock on any. How does it feel to marry your love? I will ask lovers.
Now don't ask about it. It's 23 years. It's going to be
married
22
years?
years.
Hers is
Yeah,
20.
yeah.
I'm 19. But I dated Benoit for 7. So,
I dated
you know.
3 years and then got married.
So about 26 years of knowing Vinod and being in love with him.
Same,
26 years
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
So now it's time for exploration.
I was just going to say, when
Check
did Namak
button,
experiment
please.
here? Yeah, but the beauty is, I don't think, you know, that love phase happened, we got married, but it was like marrying a friend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that
There's
friendship
more.
never changed.
Never changed.
So today, if anything had to happen, I think I would lose a friend. I wouldn't mind losing the husband aspect because that's like, But it's a friend that you're
And
going
that's
to miss.
valuable.
I don't
Correct.
think we've
It's
been
a
like
friend you
husband
will
and wife.
miss.
It's more friends
Absolutely.
living together.
It
It's
eventually
always
does.
so
Do
marriage was just as
Do marriages eventually become that? As you know what I'm saying? Becomes
if you're
companionship.
Connected, if you're connected
100%, but you can also keep the spark alive.
You can.
Yeah,
100%.
You
എങ്ങനെ?
can.
എങ്ങനെ? അത് ഞാൻ പിന്നെ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. പിന്നെ. Like you
Role
got
play ആണോ?
you got to keep it exciting.
Impossible. I'm frigid as a.
എനിക്ക്
പെട്ടെന്ന്
no,
bore
but
അടിക്കും.
do things that both of you like. You know, don't keep it only in the bedroom
I'm not
or
saying
in,
sex.
you know,
I'm
no.
saying
Yeah, that's what
what
I'm
are-
saying.
like
Because
what?
those things will eventually, but no, they won't keep it alive. But
yeah.
that's where you build that passion outside first, right? Go out. You both like partying. Keep partying.
Party.
It doesn't matter if you don't have 10 people to party with you.
Party.
Keep partying. What else do you like?
think you
I like
just get
fashion.
very comfortable
Benoit
with
comes
that
with me.
person.
For every fashion show I want to go. For everything,
He
he's my
does.
companion and I can dress him. He's my muse. You know?
He dresses him
I
up.
know you dress.
Yeah, so he's my muse and
And he's
therefore-
happy to be.
The-
honest.
Ranveer Singh പോലെയൊക്കെ കാണും. ചിലപ്പോൾ
ഞങ്ങളും.
പാടൊക്കെ
Unbelievable
But
സാധനം.
that's what I said, right? So there, you're passionate
yeah,
about
yeah.
something. So your passion for
And you
each other
see the
grows.
desire and the excitement.
If Benoit wants to do something, I'm there with him, right? So then your friendship grows. But more than that, you love each other because they love you for who you are.
Yeah.
So you're not changing for them, but they accept you
The
for who you are, and
acceptance
you kind of bring out the better in each other. And as you grow, your roles change, right? So you become tired. You are tired of playing the role of a mom. So you need, at the end of the day, an outlet to be yourself. And if your partner can help you to be yourself, allow you to sparkle and shine despite all the other roles you play,
Yeah.
then you know you've done a good job. That's what success means in a marriage.
In a marriage.
After a certain life, it's not your professional success. Yes, that's a different level, but it's these small wins that matter. You know, I did good. Oh, I kept my family peaceful. Oh, we can all have a meal together and we can be happy about it and we
It's
can
the little
laugh.
small things
Small wins
that all come together.
That's success, you know. And I think our marriage.
But it's work.
Yeah, marriage is work, yes.
It is work.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't keep it.
It's
together.
constant.
It's
And there
constant
are
work,
days, right, that you're not your best. You have mood swings, and the hubby has it too. But then you got to know, okay, today he's
Yeah,
not his
yeah,
best
yeah.
self. Let him be.
Let him be.
Let him be. Don't keep nagging. Just let it be.
Yeah,
And there are
yeah.
days that you won't be yourself, but they got to understand that. Let you be.
So, I've been married for 22 years now.
Is it hard?
To my best friend, and yeah, it's been the same. It's the same.
Is it hard?
Is
Question.
it hard?
Oh.
Is marriage a lot of work?
It is a lot of work. It is ups and downs, but
The
you
good
somehow
parts we all
manage.
know.
We all know.
Let's not. I agree. I
But
know
what,
that.
if you don't have the bad part, you won't know the good part. You need to have the bad part to know the good
And
part.
just like life, right?
Yeah,
you will
it's
have
just
ups,
life.
you will
Yeah,
have downs.
have downs.
In marriage
It's just
too.
navigating.
And then
But when you have
navigating,
downs,
yeah, sometimes he just surprises. Like
Yeah.
I'm very nice. You know,
I know both of these
even I
husbands.
am
Vinod
very-
more than Binoy now
Yeah,
because it's been
yeah.
a long time. Binoyനെ കണ്ടിട്ട്
Yeah.
വിനോദനെ എപ്പോഴും കാണുന്നതാ.
Vinodani, you're always
Yeah.
seeing him.
അവരൊക്കെ we
yeah.
party together a lot.
Yeah,
We're like
yeah.
party buddies, I feel.
Not party buddies.
നമ്മൾ
yeah.
കോളേജ് തൊട്ടുണ്ട്
College തൊട്ട്,
വിനോദനെ
yeah,
കൂടുതലും
but with the guys,
Even
yeah.
in college, I was not a party person. So
ശരിയാ.
See, the Vandy
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
is
it's
the
not this.
no.
Tell me about the Vandy, you know.
Oh.
no, I was not a party person.
No, Vandy is not a party
No,
person.
Vinod
Vandy
turned
is
her into this.
Vandy is
I think,
bookish.
yeah, little
Vandy
bit, yeah,
prefers
yeah.
her lone time.
I like I like being
Vandy
alone
is
and
a
all
morning
that.
person.
Yeah,
Ee Ratri is work for her to stay and
Not
socialize
everybody
like
knows
this.
that. Everybody like you.
I'm
You say
shocked.
you're shocked,
I'm
but
shocked
no,
by
I am actually a morning person. I like to sleep at 10:30. My very close people know that.
രാവിലെ
ഈ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ഏറ്റവും late
6:30
ആയിരിക്കുന്ന
7 മണിക്കൊക്കെ ഇവളുടെ ഫോൺ വരും I'm like ഇവൾക്ക് വേറെ പണിയില്ലേ ഞാൻ I would have just slept.
Then
I would have
person.
just hit
then I
that sack.
realize, oh, I should not be calling people at that time. Then I wait till
But she's
10
so
o'clock.
alive, she's so
I'm alive
awake
at 6
and
o'clock
ready
in
to
the
start the
morning.
day.
That's incredible that somebody like
and
you.
that's the time I get, because Vinod's not a morning person. So I get that me time for a longer time, and that's where I create all my
Productivity.
ideas, and that's my meditative me time I love. But Ratri, pinne, some weekends, not every day. Weekends I
It
go
looks
out.
like every bloody day.
That's
also
Also
because-
Vandy Insta. Please look.
Vandism.
വാൻഡിസം വാൻഡിനെ നോക്കുമ്പോ ഇതെങ്ങനെ വാൻഡി അവിടെയും വാൻഡി ഇതും
അതെ,
വാൻഡി
അതെ.
ഈ പാട്ടിലും വാൻഡി അപ്പുറത്തും ഇപ്പുറത്തും കടയിലും വീഡിയോയും എങ്ങനെ ഈ കൊച്ചു മാനേജ്
I agree.
അല്ലേ you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I agree. I was like, oh
I'm
my
in freaking
word.
media. She's out there more than me.
Or I sometimes
Kidding me?
no, Raj, I sometimes look at her and I have to inspire and motivate myself because there I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm not used to working like this. I'm like, and then I see Vandy.
I like going out and partying is because I can wear good clothes. I can see, like, my friends are wearing nice things. So
Yeah.
I like doing that. So I go.
Yeah.
Actually, by 10:30, 12 is
Yeah.
my
Okay,
max out.
we'll come into the clothes aspect because that I feel is something that's very, very important to all of us.
Yeah.
But before that, you know, you're not just married, you are both mothers of two young, beautiful girls. Your daughter's 14.
14.
Your daughter's 21.
Yeah,
Unbelievable that we are all, you are all, മറന്നുപോയി എനിക്കുണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു.
No,
പട്ടിയുണ്ട്. 16 വയസ്സായി.
16-year-old.
I have
16
I have
teenager.
4 boys. 5 boys. I have a cat also.
Oh, goodness,
But,
yes.
tell
How are
me,
you managing motherhood?
very difficult. My mother, the grandmother manages them. ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോഴും
We can't even leave the ass with our grandma, with the mother.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no,
See?
you know, as young women
Yeah.
who lived a great fun life and enjoyed it all the way through
Yeah,
to, you know,
yeah.
pretty much, I think you guys lived your life well.
Yeah.
You experienced a good life. And ipam, you guys are mothers and now your girls are living their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How is that? You have an adult.
It's
That's kind of
she's a Gen Z. Yeah, she's a Gen Z and I'm a millennial. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ ചെറിയൊരു
നീ
ഇതൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
millennial അല്ല അത് ഞാൻ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തു
ഇല്ല ഇത് കുറച്ച് അപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് പോയി ബൂമർ എന്നോ
ഞാൻ നോക്കി ഇയറും
Gen X.
80 അവള് 79
Gen
ആണ്
X, Gen X.
We are better than
We എന്ത്
The
പോപ്പ് we?
millennial.
ഞങ്ങളാണ്
അല്ല,
we.
അതെ നീ
Me.
സോറി
1 year അപ്പുറമായി അത്ര
ശരി.
അത്
She's done
ഫെൻസിന്റെ
well.
അപ്പുറത്തെ സൈഡ്
ഇച്ചിരി, ഇച്ചിരി.
The
aha.
millennial.
She's sitting on the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah,
You
yeah.
sit on the
But there's a lot of
മറ്റേ cusp.
difference.
അതെ on the cusp.
Husband and പോയി.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
continue.
There's a lot of difference between the daughters.
You had her when
wife.
you were 23, 24.
Very young.
24 I got married. 25 I had my daughter. Yeah. But we did in
Within the
Bombay.
first year. Within the first year.
Okay.
Before
Yeah,
their
yeah.
wedding
We
anniversary.
didn't lose any time.
Bada bing, bada bing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
But now everybody's having small babies and my daughter is old.
Yeah.
So
And
See,
after
like
that,
me.
I feel like kind of 4-5 years, you've just like bloomed as yourself.
that's
Correct.
because then I'm an empty nester now. For the last 3 years, I've been
Yeah.
It's only me
correct.
and Vinod at home.
Correct.
And then, and the Patikutti now.
Now.
She's 3 years. Appa, that is another next baby of mine.
They all are.
But then, then I have more time now. But even when Nainu was there, she was a very fantastic kid.
Yeah.
Actually, she was no trouble. She was a good girl. She was
you in
So
college.
Nainu at that time was all our babies because we were so close. So when Nainu was born,
She
for
used to
all
come
of
to
us,
Bombay.
we would just come and look at her.
And then
"Oh,
Nainu ne
baby.
kalpikkum.
In the
She had
and
too
Binoy
much
was
attention.
also, Binoy loves babies. So, and he would play with her. For her, she was like our doll. And
So
they
first baby in the group. So then she was the center of attraction for all our friends. So she had a blast.
any
good
partying,
life.
she's grown up, seeing that party,
ബേസിക്
party
കേട്ട് കേട്ട്
face.
വളർന്ന കൊച്ചാ.
100%. അതില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഉറങ്ങാൻ പറ്റൂല.
And വീട്ടിലാണെങ്കിൽ full പാട്ടാണ്.
Vinod's always a party house,
But then sometimes she'll tell me, Mama, we have to go to sleep. അപ്പൊ എന്നെ കൊണ്ട്
Actually,
ഇന്നലെ തിരിച്ചു വരും.
that kid
Acha,
is the adult in
come
the
on.
house. From a young age, we feel when we are
she's
there,
always
she's
the
the most grounded,
Wow.
most mature.
matured,
She will remind us that we have to sleep and lower our
Sometimes she'll tell
volume.
me because I'm so
ചോറല്ലേ
into-
അമ്മേന്നൊക്കെ.
അതെ.
ഇച്ചിരി പറയാറുണ്ട് അതാണ് that's what. And sometimes I'm so much into work. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ചിലപ്പോ ലഞ്ച് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു കൊച്ചിന്. അപ്പൊ കൊച്ചിനടുത്ത് വന്ന് പറയും, Mama, have you forgotten to care for me? Oh, sorry, baby.
Yeah.
And then she's someone who doesn't eat junk food.
Yeah.
പക്ഷെ പണ്ട് തൊട്ട് I've been giving her only that nutrition
ആ
സാധനങ്ങളൊക്കെ.
home science
അപ്പൊ
കുറച്ച്
അതിന്റെ ഉപയോഗം
home
വന്നു.
science കുറച്ച് rub out
അതെ.
ആയി. അപ്പൊ one day I was എന്തോ working ഇടയിൽ I said, okay, I'll just make a Maggie quickly because she's hungry and she's a foodie. So Maggie ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കി, you have it. She looked at me, okay? She didn't say anything. She had it. When Vinod came home, Acha, you know what Mama did today?
She gave me Maggie for
Complaint.
lunch.
She gave me junk food.
Oh, she snitched on you, man.
Jammy. Vinod's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Junk food.
Oh man.
How could you ruin your
Adana,
daughter?
So then for me, I used to make a vegetable paratha.
But she
vegetable
was a very
cutlet
good
soup.
mom. She became
No, but I like to cook also. So then I love making things like this. Anganaga.
Basically, people like you make us
no,
look
but she
bad.
genuinely,
Yeah,
fulfilled
but
the role of being a
Of a
mom.
mom.
Yeah, she was an
I
incredible
like being a mom. I'm a Cancerian. I don't know, maybe because it's a Cancerian.
Let's just blame it.
lot of people blame it on
On
Cancerian.
Cancerian. Just
But
take
I
it.
love
Enjoy
being
it.
a mom. I enjoyed being
She
a
was,
mom.
I saw her. See, that's the thing, right?
I enjoyed
We
being a
saw each other through the different roles we played.
That's interesting.
yes.
As friends, seeing
As
each
friends,
other go.
then as wives, then as
there was
mothers.
a school where she has to be left at the age of 1.5 Bombay.
Montessori പോലെ.
അത് 1.5 വയസ്സ് അവിടെ കൊണ്ടാക്കണം.
ആ.
And I was like, she's alone, she's only 1.5. But I said, no, I'm going to go with her.
Oh.
So I went with her. So there's another school where the mothers can go. So 1.5 varsham, I was with her in
class.
In class because our setup
Okay.
only that school had it.
Nice.
And I chose that school because I want to be with
That's
her.
incredible.
So then I was like, I want to enjoy motherhood.
And you did?
Yeah, I did.
So you were in Bombay after Kalyanam?
No, after my kalyanam, I was in Bangalore. I was working in Bangalore. But then during my pregnancy,
No, I had left. I had left.
She had left by the 10th.
Applegum you went to?
Say, I was in Australia doing my master's.
Kalyanam
loved.
കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ she went to
I
Australia.
loved Sydney. I was in
Yeah.
Sydney as a
She
single
loved it as
woman. I loved it.
Yeah,
Then that's why I went back to Australia. Then I realized
As a married woman and a mother.
and a mother. Oh,
Responsibilities mari.
Yeah. So I came to Bombay after Nenu was born. So then Nenu grew up in Bombay.
And how long were you there?
We were there for 11 years.
ആ സമയത്തല്ലേ kids brand തുടങ്ങിയത്?
Yeah, Mini Me. No, I was working in Global Trends, which was doing Walt Disney.
Okay.
So, no, അതിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ I went to London. I studied in London. I worked
What
in
did you
Paris.
study?
He studied in St. Martin's, St.
Martin's
Martin.
in London. And then
എന്നിട്ട്?
business and fashion. And then I was working in Paris for some time.
Okay.
Other than that, I was like, after Nenu was born.
All in clothing.
Yeah. And then I came back and I said, in Bombay, I got the same job. In Bombay, and we were living in Colaba. Vinod had an office in
Nice.
Bombay. So then we lived in Bombay. Nenu grew up in Bombay.
So what brought you back?
So I think it's also because I was working bhayangara date. Mini Me started because I was too hectic.
So Mini Me
Working.
was a brand that Vandy started for
Yeah,
kids.
for kids. That's because I wanted to do. I was doing Walt Disney Kids. Walt Disney Kids കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും my timing of work, Bombay work ethics, right? രാവിലെ പോയാൽ രാത്രി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ even the boss won't let you go. But I was enjoying my work. I completely, was into it. But then I realized that's not done.
Too
And I want to
corporate-y,
be
too
with
much.
my Nenu. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, then let me just quit. So I quit at the highest time, and then I sat at home for about 8 months. പിന്നെ കൃമി
മറ്റേ
പിടിക്കണ്ടേ?
അതെ നമുക്ക് വെറുതെ ഇരിക്കാൻ അറിയില്ല.
I cannot sit at home like that and the creativity ഇങ്ങനെ കയറി. But minimum in my bedroom I started,
Yeah.
and then I had a shop in Colaba, and then that became like a big thing.
Yeah.
And then when it became a little nice and everything, but ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, okay, now I want to go back to Cochin because then I can start it there, be with my parents and
Nice.
everything.
Because I think in life that takes an evolution. Now we'll come to you. I just
Yeah.
want to get you back to today. So Abu Dhabi എപ്പോഴായിരുന്നു? I remember ഇതിനിടയിൽ
So after I got married,
മാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് തിരിച്ചു വന്നു.
masters തിരിച്ചു വന്നത് to get married, yes. So finally my parents consented to my marriage.
Oh yeah, there's a whole topic there.
Yeah, I mean,
there
they
was a
didn't-
bit of like confusion
Hustle there, yeah. So like most
Indian
people
families.
here, at least yeah, I know. But anyway, finally they are allowed and agreed. They thought I was finally kind of mature enough to, you know, make my own decision. Until then they thought, hey, idakka chumma, yeah, go to Sydney, I'm sure it'll change your mind, you'll find somebody else. So I think they themselves were surprised that I didn't find someone else and I stuck with
You
Binoy.
came back, yeah.
So they were like, okay, fine. So I got married to Binoy. And we started our married life in a place called Aberdeen in Scotland.
Yeah.
So that's where we started our married life. And yeah, we were there for about 2.5 years. After which Binoy moved to Abu Dhabi because he's in oil and gas. So he found a job in Abu Dhabi and we were
I think
there.
I came to your house in Abu Dhabi
Yes,
at that
you did.
time.
Yes, you did.
And Isabella was a...
Correct, baby. Yes. So I had Isabella while I was in Abu Dhabi. We were there for a good...
Yeah, this was when you were figuring out how to be a mother, I think.
Yes, but motherhood
Couple of
was
years.
very easy in
Yeah?
Abu Dhabi because I had a full time. You know, you
the
can
maid and-
afford
yeah.
to have domestic help, and you know. So for me, that transition was very smooth, very seamless. I could continue to party,
Every
yet
day.
enjoy the best of motherhood
Yeah,
because I had help at home and full time nanny and everything. So and I could travel home. The best part was at least thrice a year I would come. Every time, every few
Yeah,
months,
yeah.
I could come here. So
She'll
it
come
was.
through Bombay.
And that was the best part. So that's what I was
So
going to say.
sweet. Oh,
Our
that
connection
is good.
never went because
Yeah,
I would.
yeah.
And Binoy's family is from Bombay.
You made that
They are
effort.
Mallus
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Bombay.
yeah.
So,
So
I
then-
would
so
have
that's
Binoy's
another
brother-in-law
reason. Yeah,
and like my brother-in-law and all of them. His
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
family is in Bombay. My first stop is always
It's a
Bombay.
double whammy ആയിരുന്നു.
അപ്പൊ വാൻഡി ഞാൻ വാൻഡിനെ കാണാൻ പോകും പിന്നെ
കൊച്ചുങ്ങള്
ഒരു
അത്.
1 week പാർട്ടിയും കഴിയുമ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് മതിയാവും I'm like I had enough I have to go to Cochin now. The pollution, the traffic,
Yeah.
the no
That is
sleep.
also one of the reasons why I
After
want to come
that,
back, yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm ready for Cochin, and as soon as I
Colaba still better.
yeah.
Colaba is very
Still
good. It was still that
അതെ. നല്ലൊരു സ്ഥലം.
yeah, or old
Yeah,
Brit feel
കുറച്ചൊരു
is there.
vibe ഉണ്ട് Colaba.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
I like Colaba.
But what I'm saying is, Cochin is home.
Yes,
You know,
too.
ultimately, you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
feel at peace until you come
It's a little
to
bit of a
Cochin.
retirement
Came
scene.
back
Oh,
here, I could
100%.
meet everyone who I knew from school and everything, so it is much more nicer here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then one day he gets another job.
No, and then we decided no because I loved Australia so much from my college, from my
Sydney.
uni days, Sydney days. I'd already made up my mind that when I have a child, and when the child is maybe kind of school going age, I want to come back to Australia, and I would perhaps
this was
like
your
to
fault.
live.
She
Wow.
always wanted to. No, she always
That's
thought
why.
it was Binoy.
That's why I couldn't blame
thought it
anyone.
was
That's why I was
Binoy.
kind of biting my tongue and just sitting
She
there
wanted to be,
because it
yeah,
was my choice. It was my decision that Isabella was growing, and I didn't want her to live, in a concrete jungle. And Dubai and Abu Dhabi and all being, I was like, you know what? And I love Sydney because I would go, there's green grass and blue skies,
Lots
and
of
I would
empty
try and tell
spaces.
everyone, the grass is not like this green, but it's green, and they'd like look at me going weird. I'm like, hey, ഇവിടുത്തെ green ഒക്കെ ഒരുമാതിരി പൊടി
പിടിച്ച green ആ. Fresh, fresh.
green, and the sky is so blue. I have an obsession for sky. So I mean, there the sky is just gray, and I'm like, no. And I wanted my daughter to grow up knowing nature, loving
was good for
nature.
her.
Oh, it was
good call
it
for
was
her.
brilliant. Like so, there you could go the open spaces and the ponds, feeding the ducks. Like these everyday beautiful things that you will never get in the Middle East.
No.
But you got to do all that when you were there in Melbourne, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
That's what I said. So I loved that aspect of it, but I didn't realize I was losing a bit of my soul.
Because now you have to do everything. by
Correct.
yourself.
And also then,
exactly,
you every time you change places, I think you shed a part of you. That familiarity
snakeskin
goes. Yes. So you kind of have to then rebuild yourself. you know, the
it's a new
familiar
place.
people, the
Yeah,
familiar
yeah,
places.
As you grow older, it becomes harder.
Exactly. So I went there closer to my 40s. I was
Yes.
30, end of 38 when I went. So it was difficult to adapt. And then I went there hoping it would be this, and this from my expectations. But it wasn't this, and this. And it was a whole series of something else. And I also realized that women were not the same.
Really?
I felt that we never knew. For us, I think because we are mingling amongst our cohort of girls.
Yes.
We were the same. We were always the same. And I even in Abu Dhabi, I had friends from college who never changed. So
Yeah.
life happened, kids happened, husbands happened. Yet they never
same
lost
story.
their sparkle and shine. But I noticed that some of the friends that I had from childhood were in Melbourne had become completely different people. And I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
I think it was me.
You couldn't adapt to that.
I didn't understand why they lost that, who they were. They became different people, and therefore I couldn't connect. And pretty much every mom I met, I just felt like something was missing.
Oh.
And there came my desire and passion to rebuild women.
Right.
My passion to actually uplift women came from Melbourne.
Melbourne. Oh.
Well, I always had Penultimate Fashion as a
As a brand,
as
as
a
your fashion
styling
brand,
brand
styling
because I
brand.
loved fashion, and as she said, I never got to do it as a course. When I had Isabella, I had enough of corporate world. I took a sabbatical and I did a course.
So you did like a regular job.
I did. I was in corporate because I was masters and I did marketing. I did my MBA.
Oh wow.
I'm not going to let that go to waste, right? So
No.
my corporate career was always MBA based, business development marketer.
Adukku chedu.
I was a good
Right.
marketer, really good. But then I always had that, you know that
Your
burning
creative
passion,
passion,
for fashion. So after I had Isabella, it was a great time to take a break. I was always into fashion, but for the sake of certificates, I became a certified fashion stylist.
Okay.
So I did that.
This you did in
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
So, but in Abu Dhabi, what I did was very different. It was more high-end gigs, high-end shows, and also
Because that's what Abu Dhabi is. That's
correct.
what Dubai is.
But it was also more about fashion shoots and fashion styling, where I had a team of makeup artists,
Who would do the
hairstylists,
And you'd-
photographers, and I do the styling. It was different. But when I went to Melbourne, I realized even that's not what I wanted, because it was about ordinary women that I saw who were just living a life that
An
I felt they
average
were not
life.
truly like, they won't admit it, but I felt they're not truly happy inside. Like something is missing. And I associated
Like they
a
lost
lot.
their sparkle, like you
Correct.
said.
And I contributed that a lot to the way they presented themselves.
Okay.
And I felt like they've lost themselves so much, the effect that they don't even want to get dressed, or they don't have the desire to look good for themselves. So every
But again,
other
do you
person,
think it's this is again me coming from
Yeah.
not knowing, because I've
Yeah.
never been down under. So എന്താ പറയാ
നല്ല കാര്യം.
അല്ല, I also, is it because ഭയങ്കര laid back ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു community
Yeah,
ആണ്?
yes,
Fashion
yes.
is probably the last thing on their mind.
Well,
They're
but-
more about
yeah,
board
yeah,
shots.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
more about comfort. They're
Yeah.
more about pulling a t-shirt. Even the way we
Correct,
are,
yeah,
pulling
yeah.
a t-shirt on
100%.
as comfortable.
That's true.
No makeup
That's
because it's very
correct.
sunny.
Correct.
Yeah,
They're very in tune with.
Yeah,
our
they're very
style.
laid back and they're
Very.
happy. And there's no judgment,
No
right?
judgment.
So taking the positives, it's about nobody cares what you
And
do.
I'm gonna
Nobody
dress-
cares who you are. Nobody
Yeah,
cares
yeah,
what
yeah,
car
yeah.
you drive. Nobody cares what
But that's
job
also
you do.
positive for different people.
Because
Some
if
people,
you,
yeah.
you
Those are
don't
the
walk
goods
down
you
to
take.
Abu Dhabi, if you don't dress up, it's a problem.
Correct.
Even if you dress up, maybe you get looked at.
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said
yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
So I would go to college initially. Isabella was young, so I
Right.
had to go to school to pick her up and drop
You
her.
were doing you.
And I was also I was working.
I know.
Okay. And my excuse, I was actually also working. And yes, you're right.
I wanted to watch it. I want to watch this when Penny is going
I
to
just-
a Melbourne
I just had
college.
അതെ
ഇങ്ങനെ.
അതെ
I just
ഇല്ല
had
ഇല്ല
a
ഇല്ല
visual.
അത് in the first month I realized ഇത്
You'll
ഞാൻ
stick out
ഇച്ചിരി
like a sore thumb.
absolutely ഞാൻ ആദ്യമൊക്കെ I remember
നമ്മൾ
some of my
വിചാരിക്കുന്ന
girlfriends this is interesting
School
അല്ലടാ ഇത് കേക്ക് this is a funny story. Some of my girlfriends who I knew from before were like, we got to do brunch since you're here. എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ
Brunch,
brunch
Abu
is
Dhabi,
like,
Dubai
hey,
brunch, full face, full stilettos, മറ്റേ
It's
boots, അത് ഇത്.
it's a ramp walk,
Dude.
yeah. I'm like, brunch. I'm like, oh,
I'm
yeah,
game, girl.
I'm in, girl, yeah. What?
അവരവരുടെ
Just give me, അതെ, അപ്പൊ ഇവര് എന്നെ പിക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ വന്ന് ഞാൻ ഡോർ വന്ന് I got a
couldn't
shock
imagine.
seeing them. And they are looking at me equally shocked.
Because-
they're like, ഇവളെ അങ്ങോട്ട് വരുന്നു ഞാൻ
അവര്
നല്ല
club
style
അവരുടെ
and
കല്യാണത്തിന് പോലും
imagine.
വിടില്ലടാ അവരിങ്ങനെ.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
They're very
right?
simple. Yeah.
And then I walked in, then I was like, in my mind, I thought, are we going to the same place? Did I get the wrong memo? I'm in the decent eye. Then I got into the car. The other friend is sitting in the car. Adum bhangara casual. Then I looked at myself. I was like, oh my God. Then they looked, they saw me. They're like, it's okay. But then I thought, I was like,
Represent.
come on,
Yeah,
dude. We're going to a brunch. Like, why don't you just get dressed a little better for yourself?
Because you're doing this every day. എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെയല്ലേ dress ചെയ്യുന്നെ?
Correct. Now we're going to have a girls' time.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not?
That's why she
so
didn't
that
like it in
bothered
that
me.
one.
I'm like, come on. And even walking in that group where everybody's so underdressed, I'm just like, vibe boy. Oh my God. It was such a letdown.
She can go to sleep in full form.
See, that's her being.
Yeah, but
that's you.
But I'll tell you, Nyan, several notches to the extent that when Benoit didn't come with me initially, I moved to Melbourne first.
Nightwear, she had a plain nightwear.
Yeah, I know what this girl does. She probably didn't wear her neck piece.
Yeah. That's
I'll
no
tell you
bandanas.
how. No. This is the biggest testimony of how I changed. Benoit seen me as Benoit, right? So Benoit worked in Abu Dhabi still, and he would come every month to see me. He took up a rotation job. Or
This
3
is in
months
You were in
later,
Australia,
I was
he
in
was
Australia, and he was always working in
This was
Abu
when?
Dhabi.
കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
Allada, when I
പണ്ട്.
shifted to Australia, I got my PR. I only went with Isabella. I told Benoit, avade irikke jolly onnu illalo.
sketch
But
ചെയ്തിട്ട്
I was very smart. I've heard stories when the whole family shifts, then husband doesn't have a job,
വേണ്ട,
wife
you
is
don't want
struggling. I was like, അതൊന്നും വേണ്ട. I need the money.
You do here, I do
stay
there.
ഞാൻ അവിടെ manage ചെയ്തോളാം. ഞാൻ cash അയച്ചു തന്നാൽ മതി. So he would come, right? By the third time he visited me, he was like, okay, come, let's go grocery shopping. ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ ഇറങ്ങി ഒരു ചപ്പലിട്ട്. Then he's like, you're not changing. You're coming like this.
Oh,
I
wow.
said, yeah, it's okay. He's like, you're coming like this.
I know.
And that's when it hit me
That
that
you changed.
I have changed. He was
slowly.
surprised that I am wearing my home clothes and getting into
Because
the car.
the
to go
country
to-
was changing you instead
Yeah,
of you
yeah,
changing
yeah.
the country, girl.
But then,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? That was again a realization for me that,
Oh, no.
wait a minute.
You're
I
letting
don't
your
need to
sparkle
lose
go.
myself.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm like, shake it off. You are
Put back
Penny
your
John.
And can I tell you something, Penny?
Yeah.
I noticed it
You did?
on your Insta.
You
Because you were
did?
very quiet, no?
Yeah.
For a
Yeah,
long time. For a
yeah,
very long
yeah.
time.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw you come
Come
back. I saw
back.
it. And I was like, oh my God,
She's
finally.
back. The penny has returned.
Because she was,
Yeah.
I think we also had a conversation. I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I
We must have chatted.
some conversation
Yeah.
where you did not like being there.
No, I did
And then
not.
I was like, oh,
All
Chattu.
through COVID, I think
Sparkle
we were
Chattu.
speaking.
So,
And
yeah.
you
And then
were-
COVID hit to
Yeah.
make matters worse.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
ear
my
to
word.
face, I detected it.
Yeah.
So we have like a lot of friends who
Yeah,
we've grown
yeah,
up through
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Who എപ്പോഴും ടച്ചിലില്ലെങ്കിലും we kind of follow
Yeah.
each other, edit a
Yeah.
message. So you kind of see if they're, you don't even have to talk to them to know where they are here.
But you kind of know. You kind of
You know,
Yeah,
നമുക്ക് അവരുടെ ഒരു ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈൽ കാണുമ്പോൾ you understand. So with you, you've always been one
Yeah.
ഒരു ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ when it comes to clothes and fashion.
Yeah.
And suddenly ഒരു silence കഴിഞ്ഞ് തിരിച്ചു വന്നപ്പോൾ I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, thank God.
She's back.
You know,
I felt
it's so
it.
funny you said that
And you
because
did very
even I
well
didn't
in Melbourne.
realize
Yeah.
I shifted.
You did.
Yeah.
And last night my sister-in-law told me
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She said, Penny, I could see that you were not truly happy
Yeah.
there. And I was like, wow, the world actually noticed.
No, because
You know?
like I said, in the Parya, everybody's meant to leave some mark on this thing.
Right.
This is
Yeah,
yours,
yeah,
and you've
yeah.
owned it for all your
Yeah,
life,
correct.
and it made you
Yeah.
happy, you know.
Absolutely. Like I said, like it just took me a while to, I'm like,
But when you
this
came
is not
back,
me. What am I
she
doing?
actually worked to come back.
And I'm like,
You
what
could
am
see
I
that she
doing?
really
And I
worked.
realized this is not me and I don't need to change for anybody else. And I was like, pick it up,
Yeah,
Penny.
yeah,
You
she
got to
did
be
that.
you.
Yeah, and you bloomed from that.
Oh,
point
and I
of
took
time.
up penultimate fashion again.
And
And guess
then,
what I
yeah.
did? First thing I had to do, I had to have time.
Yeah.
See, Ranjini, part of the problem was I had no time. I was being this domesticated
It
person.
consumed all.
I'm being the
Yeah,
chauffeur in
yeah.
the morning, driving her to school. There are no school buses there. School bus concept doesn't exist. I'm like, what a
Ayyo,
nightmare.
നമുക്ക്
God.
ഒരു സ്കൂൾ ബസ് കട തുടങ്ങിയാലോ അവിടെ?
സത്യം നല്ല ബിസിനസ്
Opportunity.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, go to work, then come back.
ഞാനിപ്പോ full entrepreneur.
അതെ നല്ല സ്കോപ്പ് ഉണ്ട്
അല്ലേ? നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ
And
എടുക്കില്ലേ?
chauffeurs,
നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ
drivers.
എടുക്കില്ലേ?
ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഇല്ല. I don't plan to
Late
go.
ആയി.
So I had no time to think of anybody
I
else.
hear
And then
you.
come back, then after
When she
school
used to call
activities.
me and tell me, but I'm not happy here in Melbourne. I was like, my God, this was your dream to go
Yeah,
there.
and I was the one who wanted
And
to
it
go
was
there.
like-
But I had no
it was a
time.
shift,
I had no
yeah.
time to enjoy the niceties that I
That the
went
city
there for.
offered.
I had
And
no
we are
time.
talking about Melbourne, right?
Correct.
Which
correct.
is the
It is still a good happening place.
internationally, globally,
Correct.
Melbourne is a hot pot of like cultural,
So many-
arty,
correct.
party stuff.
I know.
See, the thing is, it was all there. I
Yeah.
just didn't have the time
You-
to engage and
Yeah.
embrace
Now
it.
she's
I just
back
didn't have the
now.
time. Yes.
I can see that.
But guess what I had to do? I had to quit my job. I had to quit my
Oh.
corporate career because I was like, "Baki, I can't quit being a mom. I
Yeah.
can't quit the school drop off. I can't quit, taking her for activities. I can't quit cooking."
So job മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ quit
Appa
ചെയ്യാൻ.
നോക്കിയപ്പോ only
quit
thing I
ചെയ്യാൻ.
can shift job ഉള്ളൂ എന്നാ അതുപോട്ടെ. I thought my
choice.
sanity and my happiness was more important.
Yeah,
And
of
it's
course.
tough being there, one income tax, paying
It's
tax.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But I made, and I'm so glad I did, because if not, I would have died. My soul
Yeah.
was dying.
And it's so important for us to choose
Recognize
ourselves.
that. Recognize that and
Yeah.
choose
Yeah,
us.
especially in
In a
when you're a
situation
mother
like
and a
that.
man.
Correct.
There's so many things going
For
on.
100%.
See, I consciously chose to not be part of anything else because I can always choose myself.
Yeah,
Because I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
these
The other
these
responsibilities.
attachments.
Yes.
അത് ഞാൻ
Yeah,
മനഃപൂർവ്വം
yeah.
choose ചെയ്തത് because I took the easy way out. But women like y'all
Yeah.
doing this
Yeah.
and having to
Yeah,
choose for
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
is a freaking
Another
struggle.
thing I
Yeah,
just
it is-
remembered when
yeah,
you
it is
spoke about
so
attachment,
struggle.
another lesson I learned very late in life is, this is good maybe for all new wives.
Yeah.
Be attached, but be detached.
Detached, yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
something
yeah,
I didn't know. I was always attached to Benoy. I was always attached to Isabella.
that's-
And it's
be
to a
independent.
point where I
Yeah.
felt I needed to detach myself, to find myself. And you got to know that you got to be happy first.
Yeah.
Your cup
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
be
yeah,
full
yeah, yeah.
to be able to give.
fill someone else's.
Correct.
Yeah,
And when
yeah.
I was starting to grow empty, the entire household could
It
feel
rubs off on
That's true,
everyone.
that's
Correct.
true.
Did you go through a phase where you were also figuring yourself out? Because after അവിടെ
Figuring
ഇങ്ങോട്ട്
out-
വന്നു,
From
a shifter.
Bombay to Cochin.
there was a couple of
There was a couple.
I
Because
felt that too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was like, I was definitely doing very great in kids wear.
yeah, you were.
I was doing very good, and I was supplying to Little Muffet, First Cry, this, and I had a shop and all
Yeah.
that. But then for some reason, I always wanted to come back to Cochin. I always had that in my head because Appa Amma is here, and then it's my home and everything.
Sometimes
And
there's a calling.
somewhere, no, that's also because Bombay sucks the energy out
Drains
of
the
you.
life out
Because
of you.
even when I was doing Mini Me, I would forget other things, like I have a responsibility of a motherhood, and being a mother, being a wife and everything. But I was so into my creativity. I would go to Mangaldas market and I will be there. Sometimes calls me, ഒരു ദിവസം അതെ തറവാടിന് തിരിച്ച് വീട്ടിലേക്ക് വരുമോ എന്നൊക്കെ. That was my തറവാട്, like Mangaldas market.
Mangaldas market.
Yeah, those were the fabric market
മനസ്സിലായി.
and everything. You get those beads, ഒരു entire lane full
ഞാൻ
of
പോയിട്ടേ ഇല്ല.
Ah,
Have you been?
yeah.
I've taken her.
Everywhere.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it was fascinating. Bombay is fascinating, but it sucks it
Yeah,
out of
the
you.
life
So,
out of you.
sometimes I feel I don't have that kind of 24 hours. അത്ര സമയം വേണ്ട
Are
എല്ലാത്തിനും.
they, correct.
So then, for some reason, consciously, I wanted to come back to Cochin. So one day, I just said, I'm just going to quit. So, but it took me 1 year to quit because Mini Me. So I was running like back to back.
You had to
online
kind of
orders.
പതുക്കെ.
No, I had amazing online orders. In shop was doing very well and everything. That's 1 year eduthu for my customers to understand that I'm going to quit and I'm going to go. And I'm also someone who likes change. I'm not someone, but every time I had this thing that I have to go back to Cochin. That is my thing. And my brother was coming back from the US to
Okay.
Cochin. So my parents are also like, when are you coming? When are you coming?
ഒരു pressure
അത്
കൂടെ.
എപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്. And I don't know, I'm very attached to my parents. So
Yeah,
I really want to come back. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ഇരുന്നപ്പോഴാണ് ഞാൻ വിനോദ് ഓൾസോ സെഡ് ഓക്കെ കൊച്ചിൻ ഓഫീസ് ഉണ്ട് സോ ദെൻ വി
നമുക്ക്
കൻ
അങ്ങോട്ട് പോവാം.
വെരി ഗുഡ് അപ്പത്തേക്ക് പക്ഷെ 1 year എടുത്തിട്ട് അതൊക്കെ കട്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഫിനിഷ് ചെയ്ത് I'm saying no to customers. It feels so hard.
Yeah, because it's money also, na?
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's not small money. It was
Ah.
big money. When I was working in Disney also, it was huge money.
Yeah.
Drivers, everything.
works.
Everything was like.
I mean, staying in Colaba, we know it's not cheap.
Colaba.
We know
So
this.
I was the Colaba
And for
girl.
Bombay standards,
Yeah.
she had a mansion.
അതാണ് ഞാൻ
Because if you know
പറയുന്നത്.
Bombay,
I had
you know,
a-
you, Appa,
I had a
Appa, as soon as I
three-bedroom
landed in
massive house.
3
Bombay,
bedroom in Bombay.
I would tell Benoy, I said, I'm going to Vandy's house because Mattarde Vedaka ഭയങ്കര boxes.
And they are paying 1 lakh 2 lakh for box.
Yes,
അതാണ് ഞാൻ
correct,
പറഞ്ഞത്.
correct.
Oh gosh.
And also school fees and the rentals and the cost of living is super
so
high.
high, so
Every time
high.
we used to come to Cochin, go to the like restaurant to eat.
It's
അയ്യോ,
so
ഇത്രേ
cheap.
ഉള്ളോ? എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നം വന്നോ?
ടിപ്പ് ഞാൻ കൊടുക്കണം amount. അതെ.
Otherwise, അവിടെ
Yeah,
it's normal to pay what for 3 of us, normal 13, 15 and all.
It's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് 2,000, 3,000.
Back in the day when I just
Yeah,
left
back,
and went to
yeah.
Abu Dhabi, I remember my first entry into Bombay. I remember going out and I wanted lime soda. It was hot and end lime soda orma is Centuries' days.
5 രൂപയോ 10 രൂപയോ 2 rupees.
ഞാൻ
ജോസേട്ടന്റെ ലൈഫ് സോഡ.
Yeah.
2 rupees. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ ലൈം സോഡ കുടിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
അബുദാബി കുടിച്ചില്ല, ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ കുടിച്ചില്ല,
ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ കുടിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
Bombay
UK when I was in Scotland,
അവിടെയും
തണുപ്പ്, ഭയങ്കര
കുടിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
തണുപ്പ്. അവിടെ ലൈം സോഡ വേണ്ട, കാപ്പി.
കാപ്പി.
So I came, I was like, oh, ഒരു lime
Ale,
soda.
ale.
I went and I was like, lime soda. Bill വന്നപ്പോ 350 rupees. My heart was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I had to look in it 3.50 ആണോ? 350 rupees.
35 ആണെങ്കിലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
Then I was like, oh, Bombay is something else.
I feel Cochin, New York is the same. No, I'm saying depends on how much you're spending
Now
a
I have
month.
the same feeling about Cochin.
All over the world.
എനിക്ക് വാൻഡിയുടെ സ്റ്റോറിൽ പോകാൻ ഇച്ചിരി പേടിയുണ്ട്.
എന്റെ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, എന്റെ കൂടെ പോയാൽ മതി, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. ഞാൻ ഭയങ്കര സ്മാർട്ടാ.
I am shocked.
ലോട്ടസ് ലീഫിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ഉടുപ്പ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് കുറെ സാധനം.
I remember last 4 years ago when I came, I'm looking at all the boutiques, all general. I'm looking and I'm thinking, ഈ ഒരു നല്ല കുർത്തയാണ്, പക്ഷെ ടാഗിന്റെ മണ്ടയില് വേറെ ടാഗ്, അതിന്റെ ഓർഗാനിക്കിന്റെ ഓർഗാനിക് ഭയങ്കര റൈറ്റ് അപ്പ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ടൈ ആൻഡ് ഡൈന്റെ വർക്കിന്റെ റൈറ്റ് അപ്പ്. ലൈക്ക് എന്റെ ദൈവം ഒരു 10 ടാഗ് കട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ. I know, and I'm like,
I'm doing thrift right now.
No, she's learned the business.
poor people who come from abroad.
She's in the right place, Fort Kochi.
Yeah.
She's got some cool stuff,
Yeah, I
and
can't
she's
wait to
got
go.
a range of stuff.
I can't wait. I haven't gone.
You haven't gone.
She has no, she's not.
I just
So all the
landed.
expensive one I'll take for collab for my work. All the ones I can afford, I will buy.
Please.
Penultimate fashion.
Penultimate
Come
fashion.
on.
Yeah, of course. That's the thing, you know, I like giving collabs to her because she makes
I'll
it
say.
എന്റെ മുമ്പിൽ പറയണോ? I like giving it to her.
I love to you now also. Now ഇനിയിപ്പോ നന്ദി
I also.
Won't forget your childhood when she did everything.
childhood.
ഞാൻ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് അവളെ പാസ് ചെയ്യാൻ. ഞാൻ help ചെയ്ത്.
No, she's the only one who comes without a stylist. She's herself.
I can't let
right,
others
right.
style me. I find it very
Everybody
hard.
else comes with the
right.
stylist, with a
Oh.
stylist, with a stylist, so they don't have a style.
You know,
But
see,
then this
Ranj,
one has
this
I'll
is
come
my
myself.
passion. Speaking of styling,
Huh.
I want to teach every woman how to own up to themselves, how to dress according to you. Because what
Yeah.
happens when you bring a stylist, you're still not wearing what's
You don't
your
have a style.
personality.
Exactly, yeah.
എല്ലാം same ആയിട്ടിരിക്കും.
Exactly, and that's where
But
pennycore comes.
Yeah.
I'm going to coin a hashtag.
Pennycore.
Pennycore. Pennycore is all about you don't copy somebody else.
You do you.
build- you do you.
You do you.
But
Yeah,
I want to tell women, I want to help women understand who they are. Identify
Yeah,
who
yeah.
they are first. So
But then she
then
does
they
it beautifully.
understand.
Yeah.
Ranjini does
Then
it
they
beautifully.
understand.
She comes
No,
to
no.
the
So
store.
there are few
Yeah, she
people who
does.
understand
Very
that.
clear cut on
and there
it.
are many who
Even
don't.
if there are stylists, I don't believe. Why would I tell somebody else to go?
Yeah, no.
Unless it syncs with me.
Yeah.
അങ്ങനെ ഒരാളെ ഞാൻ ഇതുവരെ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
I agree, Ranjini.
come on
Even
her
when I
own.
see
Yeah,
some
yeah.
celebrities, I'm like, dude, they can't carry what they're wearing because it's not them.
The person who's designing it is probably great for them.
Are they
Yeah, it's
great
good.
and
Yeah,
great
yeah,
to
yeah,
design
yeah,
for somebody else?
Somebody else.
But that's not,
Not
your
on
client.
you.
For this person,
Yeah, yeah.
terrible.
And
And I see that a lot.
And അതുകൊണ്ട് ഔട്ട്ഫിറ്റ്സ് ഇടുമ്പം there are no ഒരു പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി വരുന്നില്ല.
Because
Exactly.
you can't
They have
rock
different,
what you
different
wear.
personalities
Correct.
every time.
See now as House of Vandy, she built up a brand in the last how many years now?
ഇപ്പൊ fourth year.
Fourth year പനമ്പള്ളി നഗറിൽ തുടങ്ങി. She
Yeah.
moved to Fort Cochin. Dude, we have to give it to this girl, okay?
Absolutely.
I don't know, she literally started from scratch.
Yeah.
Because
of
Mini Me
course.
എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ successful ആയിട്ടുള്ള brand അവിടെ close
Yeah.
ചെയ്തു. You came
Yeah,
here, you
yeah.
did Mini Me for a bit.
For a
There
bit,
was something that went on.
COVID
Yeah,
COVID
some shit happened.
Yeah,
And
I
then
shut down
she
completely,
shut down.
yeah.
And then I think she took some time to figure shit out.
Figure
Yeah.
And I felt
Figure
this.
it out,
So like I
figure
said,
it
we're
out.
seeing you guys, right?
Yeah.
Like you see me, I see you.
I think as women, right, we all go through that phase, right?
But evolution.
Correct.
Yeah,
and evolution. That's
But
right.
again, You know why? Because
Especially in our
Bombay
40s.
kids wear
Yeah.
people really spend on kids wear. Here,
Yeah.
people were not spending on kids wear. Because even when I was in Bombay, I had customers from all across India except Kerala.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was a little skeptical. How will I do mini me in Kerala? But I did it for 1 year here.
But you weren't happy with
other
the...
online there was nobody buying it.
And also, I think the
Because people don't
market was
spend
different.
for children here. They don't.
Spend
Because they grow so fast now. I won't spend...
Spend മാത്രമല്ല Ranjini. You know
Bombay
how
spends.
glitz Bombay is.
Yeah.
Everything needed to be
No,
shine,
for one birthday
chunky,
party is
and
like a wedding.
Ah.
Appa avade dresses.
whereas here we dress our kids in a little
But
far
Ippa
more
culture is
subdued
coming
way.
now, way.
Little bit
കുറച്ച്
coming,
വന്നു
is it?
തുടങ്ങി.
പക്ഷെ അപ്പത്തേക്ക് എന്റെ മോള് വലുതായി. But now I'm lost interest.
Now adult clothes.
She was a kid and I used to make her wear all the things.
And
that she
Isabella
used to-
also.
She had some really good stuff, though. I
Isabella's
bought
entire
stuff.
hair accessories
Yeah,
were
yeah.
care of
And
Vandy.
എന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന്റെ കുറെ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് I bought them a lot of their Onami.
Yeah, Onam style.
Onam style stuff.
That is over here.
Over here, yeah.
Onam because only I was here. Adina Mumbai it was two skirts and all that.
Bombay collection.
Bombay എനിക്കറിയില്ല.
I used to love taking Isabella there because I loved accessorizing
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Me,
yeah.
you know, me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
accessories.
So I used to
My
accessorize
daughter, I was
Leno
like,
also.
ഉടുപ്പ് simple ആയാൽ മതി. Accessories has
നമ്മള്
to be like
വാരി
over the top.
വലിച്ച്.
അവളുടെ തലയിൽ വലുതായിരിക്കണം അവളുടെ
Walking
accessories.
talking advertisement രണ്ടുപേരും ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. Can we please do a style fit check? Tell us about your accessories, both of you. Let's start with you, Penny.
Oh, yeah. So for penny core, yeah. Penny core is rather
No,
a
you have to
philosophy.
tell us.
I will tell you. It's about, I think for me, it's all about, I've never worn outfits that are over the top. I think my outfits are always basic, simple pieces. And then it's all about styling. And why I like that concept is because you can rewear them in different many different ways.
That's what you
Absolutely.
also do.
Yeah, I
She
do a
also
lot.
does
I
that.
wear a lot.
So simple pieces, but elevated through accessories.
Okay.
And I love accessories anyway. And I'm a true blue maximalist.
Yeah,
sorry,
completely.
I am not
I'll
a
tell
minimalist, you know.
When her Isabella was born, second day she put a clip on.
Satyam. So everybody used to say, "Avula clip on uriya." I said, "She doesn't know any better."
but the
Avula
explanation-
born ayappo thottu, thankfully she had a whole mop of hair.
അല്ല,
thottu clip undu thalayil.
കുട്ടി രണ്ട് strands of hairലാണ് രണ്ട്
അല്ല
clip
അവൾക്ക്
ഇട്ടോ.
കൂത്ത മുടി
ഇച്ചിരി,
ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
ഇച്ചിരി,
അല്ല, അല്ല,
മുടി
normal.
ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ.
തനിക്കെന്താണോ പ്രശ്നം? അവളുടെ കുട്ടിയല്ലേ?
But my point is that kid knows no better.
No.
She thinks that
It's like that's like a
that pull and tug is part of my being, you know, because she's always had hair, you know,
Yeah.
accessories and so anyway. So that so I am.
Yeah, let's come down to Penny's fit check.
Fit check. So
check,
if you see, my jeans are basic jeans. I can
Love
wear
it.
top,
Australian
plum. Australian.
നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ ഇത്രയും കീറുന്നത് കിട്ടുന്നില്ല.
You know, when I used to wear this. Same one pand about 10 years ago the trend was there.
We cut it, no?
It was there. Ripped was the trend. And I remember I was wearing a majorly ripped. ഇത് ഇവിടെ മാത്രമല്ല ഇവിടെ and guess and my grandma was alive at that time. My grandma and Isabella was only less than 3 at that time. I remember this so well. And I've just come from Bombay. Bombay നാണ് ഇത് വാങ്ങിച്ചത് അന്ന്. And then I'm wearing it. I come see my grandma and Issa is in the room with us. My grandma looks at me going, നിനക്ക് പൈസ ഇല്ല ഇത് എന്തൊരു ജീൻസ് ആണ് ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഫുൾ കീറി. My daughter Peekiri 3 years old, she looks at my grandma and goes, she calls her Gigi, great grandmother.
Oh, Gigi.
Gigi, that is fashion. I was so proud of her. I was like, oh, henna mola thanneya. I was like, thank you. You know, so anyway, that's about ripped jeans. But yeah, so jeans. And then I always wear something basic if it's, but what I like is, for example, in every wardrobe, I think you should have a basic white, basic black. But then what it is that basic, if it can have some detail or a drama about it, it's even better. Like, it's nice to have
like a
bit
peplum or
like, so this is a peplum, right?
Yeah.
Or any, I love it, over exaggerated, you know, cuffs. It could be, you know, collars,
sleeve, a collar,
whatever it is, right? If it can have a
balloony.
bit of drama, if being
Elevates
understated, it would be elevated. So this is a simple peplum white top, and then here's the
the rest of it.
personality.
Yeah.
Then what you do with it is what your personality is.
Yes.
If you're a minimalist, please wear your minimal jewelry, and that's you.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
So,
like in terms of jewelry, I mean, sometimes I exercise for work, but otherwise I'm a minimalist.
yeah. And again, that also depends on your mood.
Yeah.
You know, for
Absolutely.
me, that's a big thing.
എപ്പോഴും ഇതല്ല.
Pennycore is a mood.
But
it's a
also
vibe.
when
What do
dress
you
up, your
feel
mood
like?
also changes.
Absolutely.
100%.
How?
100%.
If I'm down, I dress up.
Correct.
I
That's
take a
what they
shower
call,
and
right?
I dress up,
Dopamine dressing and all
and
this.
then I feel great.
It's all real.
The mood is gone.
100%. It's a
Yeah.
psychology,
It's so
right?
real.
I've also done a lot of work in Melbourne with mental, women with mental illness, mental health issues.
And it helps.
Women who've come out of divorce and, a career break, and they are so low on their confidence.
And just
dress
doing
up.
a style
A makeover.
workshop. So what I do are style
true.
workshops today, and that's my passion, teaching women how to find themselves and just give them small tips. Just, hacks.
Okay,
all
so now
hacks.
tell us.
So this is me. So this is mirrored choker.
Choker. ഇത് ഏതോ മെറ്റീരിയലിൽ നിന്ന് കട്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയതാ.
Exactly.
Exactly. I know her.
And the Western brands will just take it
Love
and
it. Look at how gorgeous it looks.
absolutely right. And then I love mismatched accessories. So usually I'll always have something mismatched.
ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരെണ്ണം അങ്ങനെ.
Yeah. Well, you can wear it anyway.
However,
and that's where creativity kicks
You can
in,
wear
right?
one.
You can wear one. You don't want to wear one. And the best part is at your age, nobody cares, and you don't care a shit about what anyone
that is
thinks.
true.
I don't care
It's
what you think.
we
I
don't
mean,
care basically.
Yeah, nobody cares, but more importantly, you shouldn't care, right? Be confident in what you
Do
wear.
you?
So that's me. I love stacking. I love bangle stacking. I love, my
Ring and
finger
muffins.
rings and
She's a
headgear.
bandana girl.
Bandana.
Not just bandana. So many types
I
of
love
headgears.
headgear.
Caps.
It's either hats
Yeah,
or
caps.
it's headbands,
Yeah.
hairbands, bandana. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ton
മറ്റേ
of
കുറെ
clips.
സാധനങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. There's some crazy cool
For me,
stuff.
the more exaggerated or more quirky, that draws my
That draws
attention.
you.
Yeah.
And bags. For me, no outfit is complete without
Without a bag. We've got some
Or,
cool bags.
or like this, like my
That's a
jeans,
cool
they were
one.
too long. And obviously
clipped it.
I couldn't bring all my shoes. And the Pavadi wardrobe is in Melbourne, by the way.
ഇപ്പോഴും അവിടെയാണോ?
Strait of Hormuz is shut.
Oh.
So
We're
struggling.
We're having like fashion crisis.
Absolutely.
Fashion crisis.
But this is great because it's challenging me now to work with that limited wardrobe I have and keep
But
reinventing.
I'm loving it. Show us what you've
so-
done with the lift up your leg. We
So
don't
what
care.
I've done
Look
is
at this.
I've taken a nice fancy pin.
Love it.
You get these fashionable pins, and these are
Where?
amazing.
Online?
Online.
എടാ,
Absolutely. Eda,
Nice.
look up for fashionable
No,
pins.
there is something called the clip.
And
You have a
and
clip
you
like
can do
that,
so
yeah.
much
I
with
love
this.
it.
If my skirt is loose,
You
I
just
pin
like-
it up, cinch it here, so that
And
it's
then,
fashionable. It's got an
That's
accessory.
brilliant. I love the way that looks.
And then this, so I just
Love
so
it.
now it solves the problem. ഇവിടെ മഴയാണ് and the
Lengthened
jeans, like
issue.
I'll be like sweeping the water.
Look at like the nail paint and like killing it with the pop.
Yeah, no, but these are things that you can think creatively,
things.
simple
Yeah,
hacks. So teaching women simple hacks helps because you don't have to go and buy a.
And it's not about spending a lot of money.
That's me. I speak of
Yeah,
affordable
yeah,
fashion
yeah.
because again that was another thing I realized when I spoke to a lot of women out there. The reason why they don't want to spend is because they're like they put themselves last and they think there's a myth that you can only look good if
you
you
spend.
spend
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
money.
Yay.
And so everything that I learned over the years, I put that in my styling workshop because I learned that there's so much myths about fashion. You have to have
There's
money
no
to look
right way
fashionable.
or wrong
You got to be
way.
dipped in brands from head to toe to look fashionable.
Yeah.
And I wanted to break all those
No, today's
myths.
social media
Yeah.
is really affecting people because they think it's all about spending as much as you
Yes.
can on insane
Yeah,
brands.
yeah,
It's okay, go for it. If you got
If
the
you can
money,
afford
do
it,
it.
that's it.
If you
Afford it,
don't,
yeah.
you can do it better
Absolutely.
with other
Yeah.
things.
100%. If you don't have it, still fashion has to be
Yeah, yeah,
affordable and accessible
Absolutely.
for all women. So this is what I teach, affordable fashion. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to buy something.
Yeah,
If you can
yeah.
afford it, fantastic. If you can't afford it, let me show you how to do it.
But
in
most of them won't know how to style it.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
we want to
that's
find you, where do we hit you up?
at Penultimate Fashion on Instagram.
On
At Penultimate
Instagram?
Fashion, yes.
Okay. So you're doing the online version of it right now.
Right now, and I also my workshops are only face to
Only
face.
face-to-face?
I've been asked a lot to do it online, but the reason I quit
You
my
want-
job, right? And I still wanted to meet people. Come on, I can't sit at home behind
Yeah.
the screen. That's what I did corporate, sit behind the laptop. My energy, I needed to put, like, I have to transfer my energy.
And you also
onto
need to
people.
see the person to style them and give them
Exactly.
advice.
And also, I mean, there's so much human interaction. You build bonds, you build connections when you see women.
Yeah.
And I realized, Avada, as I told you, Melbourne, women have no time for anything. I'm like, if you can come together just to do a fun
Community.
workshop,
Yeah.
you've already made
Next
some
workshop
friends.
at House of Vandy.
Dude, that was my idea pitching before she goes. business idea set.
100%.
No, you should.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Dude, do it.
I'll be
And
there.
cover it and like,
Absolutely.
like
So in December, November, we are coming and we're doing a
We'll do a
styling
big one.
session.
Do a big
Yeah.
one. It'll be nice. You should do it.
100%.
So now
all
we'll.
your clothes thrift ആക്കാന്നു.
അതൊന്നും വേണ്ട. നിന്റെ stuff I will manage.
ഇനി നമുക്ക് House of Vandy
House of Vandy. Oh, you
House
want
of
to do this?
now I want to
House of
start with
Vandy?
your fit check, and then we'll
check.
go to House of Vandy and
Check.
why.
Everything is
what?
from House of Vandy.
I know
by the way.
that.
Yeah. In a House of Vandy.
Look at this. Look at this little watch.
Oh,
little watch.
Little watch.
The
This,
fossil watch.
I was thinking if it was affordable, I'd steal it.
Yeah, it
But
is
then I was like,
അതെന്നെ
affordable,
പറ്റില്ല.
yes. പക്ഷേ
അല്ല, that's why subtly
അല്ല,
she made
that
you
is-
check the brand.
ഫോസിൽ
She's like, yeah.
ഞാനിത് എടുത്തോണ്ട് പോയത് പക്ഷെ ഫോസിലിനായിട്ട് 19 രൂപ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ ഞാൻ ബോറോ ചെയ്താൽ മതി House of Vandy അല്ലേ?
അതെ, അതെ.
നിനക്കത് മാത്രം
എനിക്ക്
enjoy
ഇല്ല, ഇല്ല. No, no, ഇതെനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. ഞാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ വാങ്ങിക്കും, ഒന്നും പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടാൽ നമ്മള് കാശ് ചെലവാക്കും.
And actually, it's really good.
No,
I
I
think
love
you
it.
look at that time more than wearing a watch.
No, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I loved it.
Yeah.
This
It's a
is-
quirky piece of jewelry.
Yeah, and just look at everything. Even this. Tell us about this, Penny.
So this is
Penny അല്ല,
sorry,
Vandy.
Vandy. ആള് മറക്കും.
Yeah. This is
Chakra
from-
healing.
It's a 9 chakra healing. It's a moonstone.
എവിടെ
and-
9 ചക്ര?
അല്ല 9 chakras ഉണ്ട് ഈ ഒരു ഇതില്.
അതിലുണ്ടോ?
അവളുടെ മോതിരമുണ്ട്.
മോതിരമുണ്ട്. So all that is moonstone and all that. It's all that soul works എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു ബ്രാൻഡാ. So that is that. And this is again charms with all these things. I mean, I just like accessories. I like a lot of jewelry.
And you've got some really cool,
Cool, yeah.
accessories.
No, I curate that kind of brands. അങ്ങനത്തെ brands കൊച്ചിയിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ട് then I want people to understand.
Okay,
it.
so House of
Something like
Vandy,
this.
House of Vandy does her own designs. And along with
Yeah,
that, you
yeah.
also
I curate.
bring interesting brands from across wherever she finds.
Across India.
Across India.
It's not and nothing out of India. It's all inside the country because a lot of artisans and I want to promote them.
Yeah,
and
And,
that's
and I think
yeah.
you're also consciously trying to do sustainable. It is an
It is
effort that
consciously completely sustainable.
yeah,
Okay,
sustainable. So that's an
okay,
effort
yeah,
that you're being,
yeah.
especially coming from a coastal town like Cochin.
Yeah,
അല്ലേ?
of course,
നമ്മളുടെ
of course.
weather,
No,
നമ്മളുടെ
that's the thing. COVID സമയത്തിൽ I was thinking too much about this because I was working in an export house.
oh
When I was in Bangalore, right after NIFT, I got placed in an export house
Okay.
where there was a lot of waste. Export ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ they would
കുറേ
do
waste
5,000 pieces. 5,000 pieces, 5,000 10 pieces ഉണ്ടാക്കും because of quality check like a പാറില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ആ 10 pieces is waste. And even the off cuts are waste. So repurposing was something which I really wanted to do after if I'm doing something on my own. പണ്ടോട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. And I used to see a lot of waste going in trucks, going to the landfills, getting burnt. It was you were sitting in that, not you won't be seeing it, but I was seeing it. Other than I started minimum. I knew every day that waste goes and it goes into the landfills. And other thing when COVID came is when I started making masks.
yeah.
Fabric.
I remember.
Fabric. And I'm a fabric hoarder.
Yeah.
And I used to love these nice cotton fabrics. So all my money I spent on
Yeah, I remember when I go shopping with her in Bombay
when I was-
markets, ചുമ്മാ.
Vandy.
I will just buy
നല്ല ഒരു
fabrics.
2 meters എടുത്തോ.
2 meters.
അതെ,
I'll
2
just
meters.
buy
2
it
meters.
because that gives me, I don't
High.
know what it is.
High.
That's my high.
Fabric high.
അപ്പൊ ബോംബെന്ന് തിരിച്ച്
Drugs
കൊച്ചി-
വേണ്ട.
Drugs വേണ്ട.
No. I get my adrenaline high from fabrics
Just
and
Fashion, yeah.
jewelry and all that.
Yeah,
So when I
yeah.
came back from Bombay to Cochin, truckle എന്റെ സാധനങ്ങളൊന്നുമല്ല എന്റെ fabrics ആ വരുന്നത്.
Wow.
More than my
Yeah.
clothes, like kitchen
Yeah,
utensils
yeah.
or my home, my fabrics are coming in the truck. I said,
Yeah.
then I said, so Appa is like, okay, അതിന് വേറെ room വേണ്ട. അപ്പൊ
അതെ.
terrace-ൽ എടുത്ത, he gave me the entire terrace. I filled up an entire terrace with all my fabrics. Then COVID hit. When COVID hit, kore fabrics.
And you had time.
So I was sitting and making masks.
And she gave me, Melbourne was hard on
Yeah.
COVID
I
and
sent
rules.
couriered the
She
mask
couriered so many pretty masks.
Very pretty masks. I had a
at the
few.
marketplace,
Awesome.
it sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
I'm not
She sold it.
joking. I was so happy
Did she
because
pay anything for it?
Yeah, she
I
did. of
did.
course.
I
Yeah,
did.
which-
Our
very
friendship
nice.
is one thing.
Business is
Business
business.
is
Yeah.
business.
Entrepreneur.
But it was great for me because I had to wear a bloody mask every time I stepped out.
It was like fashion
Imagine me
statement.
wearing that
Yeah.
same surgical mask. Chee. And I was
But
like,
yeah.
oh, in the blue outfit. And she had with gems and
Yeah,
stones.
yeah.
I
She
had
had
all
some
those things.
So I was
embellishments.
like happy.
And I was making it on my own because there was nobody else to do.
Yes,
So I was
correct,
sitting
correct.
and I
And ആ സമയത്ത് I think all of us had Vandy masks.
Oh,
We
yeah,
all
yeah,
ordered some.
Everybody.
All the way in Australia,
Yeah,
then Vandy
yeah,
mask.
yeah.
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
from a Kalmasheri and all coming to my house, and I was staying in my Amma's house. That waterfront.
Yeah, it's a
lawn.
lovely
അവിടെ
property.
മേളിൽ ആ mission ഇട്ടിട്ട് I was
Yeah.
watching.
Oh,
I had the
nice.
best time in
Best
COVID. I
time.
don't know why because I would say I had the best time. I would do my passionate mixing and
And
matching
now
my
you are
fabrics
figuring
and
out,
all that.
okay, ആ സമയത്ത് mental work
So
Vandy
നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
would have
I
been,
was
I
figuring
suppose,
out, that's when
curated.
I wanted to only do sustainable.
Sustainable.
Only do
Oh,
that.
that's
So
how it
everything
came.
sustainable. Sustainable, not just cotton and everything,
Yeah.
even repurposing it, even
Right.
all that is sustainable.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
thrift is sustainable.
Of
I
course, of
started
course.
thrift, but it backfired because Cochin was not ready for
No,
it.
yeah.
Oh, thrift എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു തമാശയുണ്ട്. People would say, oh, you're doing
I
thrift.
love what she
Is
said.
it
പഴയ സാധനങ്ങൾ
അല്ല ഇവള് തെഫ്റ്റ് ഷോപ്പിംഗ് ഇത് കട്ടുകൊണ്ട് വന്നതാണോ
അയ്യോ ഇതെല്ലാം കട്ടോണ്ട് വന്നതാണോ? അതെ, ഞാൻ രാത്രി 11 മണിക്ക്
ഇറങ്ങും.
ടൈമിൽ ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങും.
I laughed so much because I just missed her thrift social.
This was when you started this thrift.
Yeah.
Thrift.
Thrift.
രണ്ടെണ്ണത്തിന്റെ
No,
combination
but
ആണ്
the first
thrift.
time when I did the thrift, I did with Tara.
I remember
ആ
this.
സമയത്ത് people just didn't understand. ഇത് ഒരാൾ ഇട്ട സാധനമാണോ?
Yeah.
അയ്യോ നമുക്ക് അതൊന്നും പറ്റില്ല.
That's what I loved about London, Melbourne.
So cool.
You know,
You can
half
go
of
into
us
a-
fashionistas,
Yes.
we go to the
I
thrift
think
Thrift
stores.
stores,
most of
vintage
my
stores,
You
pieces-
find
best.
gold there. You know,
Also, this time
absolutely.
thrift, I had kept all that from that time.
You
അപ്പൊ
did.
ലണ്ടൻ വിന്റേജ് സ്റ്റോഴ്സിൽ
അതുകൊണ്ട്.
പോയിട്ടാണ് അന്ന്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇവിടെ വന്നപ്പോ then there's nobody else to do that. So ഈ thrift,
It's a
that's why it
market. It's
became a
gold
success.
mine.
I think so.
It's a gold
Because
mine.
I
most
agree.
of my jackets and most of my dresses from London vintage stores were sold in this thrift.
Ah,
ഇപ്പോഴുണ്ട്. So
amazing.
I'm saving it up for November,
November, December.
Yeah, then Shani came in.
Yeah.
Shani with his hats and belts and all that. So it was a nice vintage market.
And
People
it was
wouldn't-
not just that you did a thrift store, you kind of made it like a community gig.
Yeah, we
which
love
I
how she
enjoyed.
did it.
And
Packaged it. She packaged it so
that is
well.
something she's very good at. I have to say, as someone who is a businesswoman now with a successful brand called House of Vandy, I understand that you love fashion, to sell the fashion, you're out there doing your thing, but you also in the process is building this really good community of
Community, yeah,
people
yeah,
through
yeah.
the events that you do.
Yeah,
And you take
exactly,
conscious effort to do it regularly. And I can
Yeah.
see this amazing pattern, and the clothes you offer are great to wear.
Yeah.
അതൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്, accessories ഉണ്ട്. I think you're ticking off a lot of boxes
Yeah,
for a lot of us.
yeah.
I'm inspired because,
Same.
as I said, in Melbourne, the reason I realized what am I doing is because a lot of things she used to do, and I'm watching her, and I'm
Yeah,
going,
yeah. And I was
well, I
feeling
was,
bad
you know,
because she's there and she's not doing it
Yeah.
while.
and we always
I
had
always
a dream when
used
we
to
were
tell her,
younger.
Together?
Just come
We'd always
here.
say we want to do things, something together. Something.
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
always secretly inspired me. Even while I was there, I think, pick myself up looking at her.
And you did, I think.
And I did. And
you did.
finally,
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just called Benoit. I remember, I'm like, dude, I'm quitting. I'm sorry. No more contribution financially from me. But
I'm
it was
back.
hard, right? And I said, I don't care. I'm not going to go out. We're going to cut all our
yeah.
entertainment, blah, blah, blah. But I need to do this for myself,
Yeah.
for my sanity.
It was a bold decision for you
Oh,
at that time.
100%.
For you
Yeah.
as well, going into Fort Cochin, picking
Fort
up a
Kochi,
place
yeah, yeah.
completely.
Because the rest of the year, other than December to Feb, there's nothing happening in
Yeah,
Fort Kochi. But then this thrift happened. People were actually, you have no idea. Thrift was from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. People were queuing up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I went to open my door. And I realized they must be coming for some photo shoot or something.
Usual,
Happens
Fort
usual.
Kochi.
Yeah.
Okay, photo shoot. Allah, thriftine vendi ഞങ്ങൾ wait ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Okay, I'll open the door. The minute I opened the door, the rush of people came.
It was like the
Wow.
Friday
like the
sale.
Black
wale.
Friday.
I had no idea. 45 minutes, I had 250 jewelry. The table was completely swiped
Wow,
off.
that's
Because I
amazing.
And this was really economically priced.
Yeah, yeah,
Prices
yeah,
were
30 rupees, 50 rupees.
But next time, I don't know, ഒരു zero കൂടെ add ചെയ്യാം.
Shani was very upset. Shani's like, Vandy, don't do this. But end because he had lovely, amazing materials. So,
1000 രൂപ, 1500
yeah,
രൂപ.
that's all. Yeah, but still.
And they're talking about good stuff sourced
Yeah,
from all over
very
the
good
world.
stuff. Even my stuff is all that good stuff which I have already worn it many times and I've bought
And you're
it.
happy for someone else to pass it on.
No, that's the thing. That's the mentality I have. I feel that somebody
Pass
wears
it
it.
on.
She has another the
Story for
story.
to
And
sell.
we seeing
It
it
goes
on
into
somebody
a new
else also, it's
home.
nice.
Yeah,
And sometimes it doesn't matter. It might look really good on us, you know.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
actually, because in the Kore dresses, when Meenakshi wore
Yeah.
it and I did that.
So cool she
that
looked,
thing,
styling
she looked
thing.
completely different. So my Nainu was asking me,
Why are you
"Mama,
giving it away?
No. She told me it looks so different on her than
That's
you.
true.
Because
That's
body type.
Yeah,
very
body
true.
type
And
and all that.
styling, the way you
Styling,
carry it
What
off, pull
I
it
wear
off.
will not look
So,
good on you.
100%.
So when people
100%.
send me photographs after the thrift shop,
Yeah.
and shit,
Of them wearing
of
the
them wearing,
outfit.
I feel so good that
Oh,
piece is
that's
now getting a new
awesome.
life. So I think everybody
Absolutely.
should start thinking like
Yes.
No, absolutely. Like sustainability also means that. Like when I was younger, nammal ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ we buy a lot because you want to do everything. But as you grow older, you understand that there are certain things you want to keep and then certain things you want to let go
And
of.
also this quality over quantity, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
It eventually comes. It happens. And
Quality,
there are tons of people out there who probably can't afford it.
Correct. Even more a
So
reason.
even a good, there was actually original Coach bag only for 2,000 rupees.
Wow.
Actually. And
I have some Jimmy Choo sitting here
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'd like to give away. അല്ല നല്ല ഹീല സോ ഐ എം തിങ്കിങ് ഞാൻ അത് ഒരിക്കലും ഇടില്ലായിരുന്നു
I know. I had a boots from Paris, which I was, and ഇവിടെ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ I will never wear. And my friends will never let me wear heels. അപ്പൊ അത് ഞാൻ കൊടുത്തു just 1,000 rupees. I bought it from Paris vintage market, fantastic red velvet boots, and I knew. And I want to know.
Why didn't I come here on time?
That would have been you to take it.
That was me.
Red
Even when I was moving to Abu Dhabi, ഒരു desert ചൂടത്ത്
എന്റെ
I had
പൊന്നു
all
പെനി
my boots.
പെനി അവിടെ boots ഇടും
I
ദുബായ് ചൂടില്
I couldn't let go because Melbourne had this fantastic boots collection, and I'm packing and I'm like, no, you
you
are
can't
all
let go of
coming
boots.
with me. You are all coming
Dude,
with me.
ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ചൂടത്ത് I went and wore some Texan boots and all.
Really?
Because they look nice.
I know,
But
I know, 100%.
I'm not like
I
you.
love
I will not
boots.
compromise അത്രയും for fashion.
Okay,
എനിക്ക്
okay,
comfort
okay.
over fashion ആണ് ഞാൻ because my jolly is uncomfortable fashion.
Yeah.
I have to, and
She has
it
to
is.
run around on
And
the
I
street.
have to do so much of
I
putting
get
makeup
it.
on my
I
face
get it.
day
I
in,
can-
day out. That
Yeah.
for me,
You have
I'd
to be
like
comfortable. Fair enough.
yeah.
എനിക്ക്
fair
ഒന്നുമില്ലാതെ
Fair enough.
ഉടുപ്പിടണം പക്ഷേ
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about
Everything
embellishing.
else.
I
Got
don't
it.
want nothing.
Got it.
So that's where I'm
No, that-
comfortable when I'm
fair
chilling.
enough. Yeah.
I don't like to dress up when I go out. I like to be basic because in the work,
Yeah, that's you in and out. You're just getting
so
dressed.
for me, it's the flip the other way. But when I work, I'll try to do my
Got it.
doing all my fun things.
all
You
your
know,
fun things,
Appo,
yeah.
every time I see it, I have a few friends like you all over the world who do go.
Yeah.
അപ്പൊ ഇവരൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ദുബായിയുടെ മരുഭൂമിയിൽ ബൂട്ട്സ് ഇട്ട് നടക്കുന്ന എന്റെ കൂട്ടുകാരി and I'm like I understand the desire, I get it, but I'm like how the
അല്ല അതിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ AC-ൽ നടക്കും.
മറ്റേ ക്രോസ് ഇറങ്ങുന്നത് നോക്കൂല അത് ഞങ്ങൾ
As I
സാക്രിഫൈസ് ചെയ്യും.
said, come on, no pain,
So
no
നിങ്ങളിൽ
gain.
നിന്നും I've taken inspiration also and
That's
as
good.
somebody who was dead against wearing boots in Kerala for
Yeah,
work,
you did it.
I did it.
Yay!
I've done it because I'm like if they can do it,
I can
do
I
it.
can
And
try
at
to
least
do
it is
it.
for the look and feel of it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yes.
And I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I've ever worn boots in Kerala, right? Because I
Wow,
don't
yeah.
think it suits my
Yeah.
weather.
Sometimes
Yeah,
people wonder why
100% no.
women do all this. Isn't it
'Cause it
painful
makes
that
me
this-
happy.
It makes
Yes,
you happy.
correct,
Exactly. It makes
correct.
you happy once you wear it. You have that confidence
Yes,
boost.
and I feel like even the way we respond
Yeah.
to these things
It's
have changed.
incredible.
Don't you feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
pande we would probably want to pass a comment, "ഇവൾക്ക് വേറെ പണിയില്ല." But now I think as mature women we'll be like,
And
cool.
പണ്ട്
if she-
body
that's-
shaming ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it's all about, even when I hear older people in the family
Yeah.
talk, I'm like, you
But
know
as you
what?
grow older,
Then
mind
if
your
it
own
makes them
business.
happy,
Yeah.
How does it bother you?
how does it bother you?
Yeah.
Let them
Yeah, if
be.
you don't want, there are a lot of things that I'm uncomfortable looking at. I don't look at it.
Yeah, correct. You
I
have a
don't look
choice.
at. I have
You
a
have a
choice.
choice.
I don't
yes.
have to like what you like.
Correct.
So I'll be like, you know what? Okay,
Correct.
പിന്നെ okay, നമ്മളുടെ ക്ലോസ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൽ കുറച്ച് ഗോസിപ്പും ചെയ്യും.
Yeah,
അതെന്റെ ക്ലോസ് ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ആണ്.
അതെ.
That is our
I'm
freedom.
allowed.
Yeah.
We are allowed to do this within
Yeah.
our circle, you know.
it's just your
Our
intimate
friends,
group.
na.
Yeah.
That is why you are friends. For
അതെ,
to do
അതെ.
things that are
അതെ,
legal and not
ശരി.
illegal.
അതെ,
അതൊക്കെ
അതെ.
നമ്മുടെ ഇഷ്ടം.
അതെ.
അതിന് വേണ്ടിയാണല്ലോ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ്.
അതറിയണ്ട.
അതാരും അറിയണം.
അതെ.
ഞങ്ങൾ
That's
ചെയ്യും.
what makes life more colorful.
Yeah, it
Yes,
makes life
yeah.
colorful. Okay, so I think we've spoken a lot, okay? Do you know it's almost been an hour and a
What
half?
is it?
നിന്റെ ഫോസിൽ
Fossil നോക്കൂ.
നിന്റെ സമയം നോക്കിട്ട്
കണ്ണ് നടന്നില്ല ഇപ്പൊ മനസ്സിലായി. 9:45.
So now, because I, you know, let me tell you, I'm a person who loves my life. Okay, I love me. And I like people who represent themselves in the most beautiful way and live their life max in technicolor. And I'm so glad that you guys are just those sort of people that I feel I am as well. And it's nice to have people who celebrate themselves and enjoy their lives and live their lives and find themselves, even though they've been through ups and downs,
Yes.
and finally manage to discover themselves. So I want this show to actually, at least this episode after we've had this conversation, to inspire girls and women and men and everyone out there who've somewhere lost that sparkle.
Yeah,
You
get
know,
that
to
back.
find
Yeah,
it.
to find
that back, yeah.
that joy, because we all have it in us, and if
Yes.
we can't celebrate us, if we can't love us,
Yeah.
who will?
This is what I tell women.
But-
If you don't respect yourself, and even your body, for example,
Yeah.
if you don't love and respect your body,
Yeah.
nobody else will.
Whatever
else
shape,
will.
whatever
Nobody else
color,
will.
Yeah,
whatever class,
Correct.
whatever creed, you are you.
Yes.
You
No,
got
and this is what I've learned. If you don't respect your body,
Yeah.
nobody else will.
No.
Yeah,
So
that's
you got to
true.
love your body first, and
Yeah.
then you'll see how
But a lot of
others will
women don't
respect
know
that.
who they are. You need to know because they've gone through the social norms and that, so they don't know who
Conditioning.
they're
I suppose another thing I've learned
I
is
think,
sometimes as you get older, you have to realize that there are some people and some chapters in your life that you got to be ready to just push it aside.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I've realized that's
Accept
helped
it.
me.
Accept it.
Yeah.
And just-
Panda എന്ന് പറയാ പക്ഷെ
Ready
let
to
it
go.
go.
They don't
Yeah,
serve
let it
you anymore. Let
Yeah,
it go.
let it
Close
go.
it. It's
Your
okay. It happens to
happiness
everyone.
matters,
Correct.
yeah.
And I think that's where I picked up,
Picked up.
Ranj, because I said a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
didn't fulfill and I was holding on to it and it was difficult and that it was weighing me down.
Yeah, yeah.
And the minute I realized I got to liberate myself
For your
from
sanity.
that, correct? That's when things started picking up. And I left behind a lot of things and people that mattered.
You have to.
And I found another tribe.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel when you're older, do choose you and the people and passion. You become different,
Yeah,
right?
we all
So
evolve.
you change. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got to find my group who likes doing what I like, and I will start doing things with them.
Because sometimes you just outgrow.
Correct.
Yeah, you
It doesn't
just-
fit you like a glove anymore.
നമ്മളൊക്കെ വളർന്നു വന്നൊരു സാഹചര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ we are born in one family. We can't switch that out.
അതെ, അതെ, അതെ.
Okay, so now when we are in school, we find a tribe.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
Some work, some don't. And then you go into college. Some work, some don't. Then you
Yeah,
go into your job. Some work, some don't.
You're right.
Eventually, when you reach an age of, at
Yeah.
least we can talk for our age,
Yeah,
ഒരു 40 ഒക്കെ എത്തുമ്പോൾ ഈ full
Yeah.
past-ലേക്ക് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ now you can choose and pick.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
100%.
fully delete.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You become very
Exactly.
wiser by
Yeah.
now. You know,
I agree. And that's where I think that was
Yeah.
liberating, letting go of those that really didn't fulfill me,
Yeah.
that didn't meet my expectations. I'm like, I'm allowed to just let go. Now there's no more sentiments. I need to rebuild.
At the end of the
And
day,
I
you need to be
started a
happy,
whole
isn't it,
different
what you
group.
do? Yeah.
And my word, I found my happiness.
You have.
I
Yeah,
found
I can see her happy.
Oh, and I made new friends who were just beautiful people.
Yeah.
I didn't know them from
Scratch.
100 years ago,
Yeah.
but they were for me for that
And they're
time
out
in
there
my
for
life.
everyone.
Yes, and there is someone out there waiting for each one of you.
Yeah.
Go find them.
Yeah, and if you're lucky,
You will have the old friends.
yeah, so you end
Yeah,
up
yeah,
having
like,
friends
yes, the
over
us.
25 years who don't have to, I mean, some of them keep in touch, some of them don't,
Yeah.
but you'll feel it when you
Yeah.
kind of meet them.
Yeah.
You know,
The good ones will always somehow stay.
Yeah.
yeah, and it does not have to stay for the future. We don't know what tomorrow holds.
Correct,
But today,
correct.
it's a. So today we
They
celebrate.
will be my future.
And then. എന്നിട്ട് അവിടെ സൈഡിൽ കൂടെ this one will be my future.
I choose you.
I'm not leaving you.
I know. I'm closer to you now, so you will see me more.
No.
Oh yeah, now you'll see a lot more.
Yeah.
So let's just celebrate each of us and the beauty and the joy in being a
Being
wonderfully
yourself.
confident.
I like that. Celebrate.
Independent,
Yeah.
Because that defines your
Yeah,
friendships.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
friends who can truly celebrate each other's
other.
Yes,
successes.
Yeah.
That's
Even
friendship.
down to be there when you're down, you're up.
Yes.
Everything.
It's
No
yes,
judgment.
Yeah, no
The
judgment.
ones
do
who
you.
start to compete are the ones you got to
No,
know.
then we'll compete back. And Penny, you might be nice. I'm not.
No,
Compete in പറഞ്ഞാൽ direct അങ്ങനെയല്ല. Depends on what also.
Yeah.
What are you trying to
Correct,
I like
correct.
competition.
Yeah.
Keep it healthy.
Yeah.
competition,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ലല്ലോ. You
Right.
gotta compete too.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily with somebody else.
Yeah.
Could be with yourself.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's growth, alle.
Yeah, that's
No, but
also
that's
true.
that's
Yeah.
the growth you wanted.
Yes,
You
yeah.
don't
Yeah, you're
compete
right.
with anybody else, but with
Got it.
yourself. Be
Get out of
better
that
than-
comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The comfort zone ആണ് ഞാൻ പുറത്തു പോയി ഇരിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് then that's when you
Yeah, break
And I think
out of
all
this.
of us in our own ways have broken
Have
broken that
Agreed.
shackle.
I've had
Yes, and
palpitation,
evolved,
I've had
right?
things.
Yeah.
Before anything there has been palpitation. ഇത്
എല്ലാം.
നടക്കും അയ്യോ But
Life.
എന്നാലും ഞാൻ ചാടും അതിനകത്ത് Then I'll-
Nancy,
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all risk
Yeah.
takers.
I think
അങ്ങനെ.
each of
Yeah,
us have inspired each other. Like
Yes,
Ranj, you
yes.
have inspired not just your friends, but you know
You've
who
inspired
you
the
are.
whole
You
world.
know who you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. I think a lot of the young girls need to see that you
Then you see a lot more people
you
like that
chased
too.
what you
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah.
You didn't care whether people followed you or joined your
that
tribe.
is true.
Even
You
today.
just stayed true
Even
to
today.
yourself.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
That's
the
what
lesson.
makes
And that's why I
Stay
like
true
people
to
like
yourself.
that.
Yeah.
I like people who are mufat, who are in your face doing them, which is
Yeah.
why it also, which is why I also see it so like I said, I saw your lives
Right.
happening.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see it happening with people I
Right.
know because I
Right.
know you guys.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
your fire.
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
come up, I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
rooting for you.
Yeah.
When you say it go down, you're thinking in your head, what must have happened?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
happens to everybody.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
but as long as we all find that spark
And
back
we're able
again,
to pick up.
why
and
not?
come
Why
back.
not?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Lovely having you guys.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
Genie Talks.